It's Friday. It's Friday.
Happy Halloween.
It's Friday.
Hi, MB.
Happy Halloween,
Happy Friday
pre-Eve,
outdoors.
Eve, and happy Friday, y'all.
Good afternoon or good evening, Uncle Buck.
What's up, Uncle Buck?
Uncle Buck in the house.
Uncle
MB
Buck in the
Heritage Farm in the
house.
house.
Getting ready to be.
And after 5.
Welcome, welcome. How was everybody's week?
Mine was
Well,
good. How about yours?
We talked to most everybody last night in those other lives, but anybody got anything exciting going on? How was work today, Doc? How was work today teaching the youths of America?
Actually, today wasn't too bad. Nobody irritated me today, so that was nice.
Wait a minute, Lindia. Lindia, turn the light on. Let's do the sunrise again. Wait a minute, it's going down now. Sunset. Ooh.
Sunset.
Yeah,
what's up, Billy?
What's up, SoFlo? You frog catcher, gator, pig cooking. Man, his street tacos with the pig looked really good.
I gotta watch it. I haven't seen it yet.
I told him.
I'm going fishing with Billy tomorrow.
I told him that's worse. You can't put it in my face like that. Turn it off like I had it.
It's so bright.
There you go. Bring them. They know what I look like. I can't help it. But yeah, I told Billy next get together he was making the pig street tacos.
There we go.
After 5, so you have to work. Yeah, your job seems kind of fun, but it still work. What's Uncle Buck slow about?
I think you're talking about when you mentioned work.
I look like the baby on Teletubbies. What? I got the ring on my head.
I think with the light.
All I got is a pair of scissors. There we go. Bug Bunny. It's the Bug Bunny. What's that video with the feet? Bug Bunny. There's no fun left in it.
No fun.
Yes, there. Tomorrow, grab the first long hair, sick your dog on him, hell, get some fun out of it.
Well, now he can't because you said it in the live.
Dag it.
Well, got stolen from us too, but
X-nay on the long layer A.
Yeah, I'm pumped to go with Billy tomorrow. Meet him in the morning. I'm hoping we can get on some snakehead or even some peacock. I think it's gonna be tough though because that front that came through, it's gonna be cold for our standards. Tomorrow morning.
I got a charter on the 4th, and I'm kind of worried about right after the cold front. But there's like Tuesday and Wednesday, it's back up to 85 and high 60s at night, so it may turn them on.
True. Where's the charter from?
It's Mr. No, it's not Mr. It's a guy and a man and his wife from Texas, I believe.
Oh, they're from Texas?
Yeah, because I got Mr. Steve coming like right after that from last year. Steve Cicero. I think
yeah.
Remember Steve?
Yeah.
Okay. I got to make a public service announcement for all you people that, don't know what you want to be when you grow up and you work hard, and you strive. Just know one day you may become Uncle Buck. Hey, Uncle Buck.
I wouldn't wish that upon anybody.
Nah, come on now. You got the life, Uncle Buck.
Well, it's a modest life, but, what can I say?
You seem like a happy man, so that's all that matters.
I mean, yeah, I guess I'm happy unless I'm at work, and that's what I was talking about with slow, my work day or my work week. You asked how everybody's week was, and my week was very slow.
Now, let me read a comment. Oh, okay. But yeah, Buck, I mean, I know, and I'm sure work sucks. We worked a whole long time, so Just know one day you can move to Florida and buy up some rental property and go fishing.
Well, hopefully that happens while I'm still good looking.
It did for me, so you got a chance.
So what are you up to, Uncle Buck? You on your way home from work, or?
Well, no, not really. I'm on my way. Well, I just got home from the grocery store, but ain't very good lighting in the house. I figure I might as well get in the car.
What'd you get at the grocery store? I want to know. What does Uncle Buck get at the grocery store?
Well, I got some beef jerky.
Beef jerky?
I got some Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
You're right.
Nice.
That's about it.
What?
All the staples.
Knock that one out of the park, Uncle Buck.
Got the protein. Got the protein for dinner, and the deliciousness for breakfast.
That's
Well,
it.
with us, you always have to pick up a bag of sugar and a box of tea because you never know. I mean, I always buy that when I go to the store.
What's up, Parabellum?
Hatley tea. Hello,
And Mr.
Parabellum.
Mark J. Larson in the house.
See, you talk about a flashy guy. You know, I get out here and try to mow my grass and put stripes and all in it. Mark J. waxes his dirt. I mean, that man is just.
Hello, Mark J.
Or is that just lazy and you don't wash the car, then you wax it? You know, you're just waxing over the dirt. Way I look at it, dirt all over your truck kind of protects it. That's what wax does, puts a protection layer. So that dirt from Donkeyland Road puts like a protection layer over it.
It does, actually. Uncle Buck, I went and did the Creek Pack Challenge.
Right on. How'd that go?
It went.
I completely understand what that means.
It went.
It's most definitely a challenge.
Yes. Yeah, I was right before I jumped in tonight. I was editing the footage. So think the video, I'm happy with the video. The ending is a trip. Like you'll see. So I should have it out. I should have it out by, I think, probably Monday, because I'm going fishing with Billy from SoFlo tomorrow, and then Sunday is obviously, Halloween. So
Right.
I should have it up by Monday.
All right, let me butt in a minute. Hey, Lauren, I bet it is chilly back in North Carolina.
Hey, sis.
Keep it up there.
I miss you. I love you.
And there's Mr. Al Blades.
Al
He's jumping in
Blades.
again. We're trying to get him in the boat this week. Look at Mark J. Good to see you, Uncle Buck and Doc. What's that mean, Mark J? Just because I talk about you waxing your dirt, I don't even get a hello.
What's up, Mark J?
Oh, I'm excited to take Al Blades fishing. If I could get him to mention our channel in an Al Blades video. Oh, you think Brim Bass and Beyond blew up with his all up in you rig? We're going to go on the Al Blades rig.
Did you just call it an all up in you rig?
Yes, he did.
Well, I think that's how you start it. You get the worm and you get a straw and you say, I'm getting ready to run this all up in you, and you just start poking that thing.
Maybe that's how it's pronounced, actually. Maybe it's not an Inu rig. Maybe it's an Inu rig.
What's funny, dude, it made me laugh. I can see it from here. There is a sticker on the side of my toolbox that says INU, right? Now let me get it right. Yeah, because anyway, I used to buy these, it's parts for my motorcycle, my Harleys we built. And actually the company's name is Uni, U-N-I. But I got to read it again. But anyway, I thought it was the other way, upside down, and that's how I pronounced it. And I got a buddy that builds racing Harleys. This was back in North Carolina. And he come over and he goes, oh, what you got against Uni? I was like, who? And he kept talking about it. He goes, well, you got the sticker upside down, the decal upside down over there. I thought you were protesting them. I was like, oh, no, I thought their name was in you. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm working on a new technique myself. Actually, I don't know yet what I'm actually going to make the bait do, but I've already got a name.
That's the way to start, man.
It's not an NU rig, but it's a FU rig.
An FU rig.
Oh, I'm going to name it Biden, huh?
It's going to be the Slow Joe. Lindy coming off. Look at Lindy cracking a political joke. Wow.
Right?
She's only halfway through that first glass of wine. It's going to be good tonight.
Hey, Backlash.
Let's catch up with everybody here. Let me show Al Blades. I don't know what he loves. Maybe he's talking about fishing, I hope. Or
No, you were talking about taking him fishing, and I believe that's what he was talking about. Correct me if I'm wrong, Al. But
Doc, that is another reason. I just realized that's another reason I love hanging out with you. I can just start spouting shit out, and you'll kind of remember what I was talking about. I have to look at you like, what was I saying? You didn't like that guy. Oh, okay. What's up, Elvis?
Hey, cousin Elvis.
Mr. Boxy, all in capital letters. Look at him yelling at us.
Hello, Boxy.
Hey, Boxy.
Oh, he would love if our channel blew up. There you go. I would too, Al.
I would love if mine blew up too, Al.
I'm
struggling to get to 500.
When he comes, we take him fishing. I'm gonna give him a couple of decals, and I want to see one slapped on the side of that John Deere. There we go. Oh, but I got to catch up. We got Backlash. What's up, Backlash? Cousin Elvis.
Uncle Buck, can you see the comments?
No, I can't. I can't see a damn thing except for y'all.
Oh, well, let me catch you up. Elvis come in, and he said, looks like a dingleberry hanging down on the screen.
You know, that's not a very nice thing to say about Doc, Elvis, but, you know, we'll have that discussion later.
Oops, sorry. Oh, that's funny. There we go. I put the dingleberry off to the side. But anyway, back to your FU rig. You ain't got no ideas on it or nothing?
You just got the name?
All I came up with was a name. You know, everybody's doing the NU rig. I want to do the FU rig. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but it's going to be awesome. And as soon as I figure it out, you know, I'll put out a, 30,000 view video on how to rig it up.
You know what the FU rig should be is that Creek Pack Challenge. That should be the FU rig.
I tend to agree with you there. Those things are so damn tiny. They made my quarter-ounce beetle spin seem massive. I mean, I couldn't cast them out at all.
No.
I told Doc, get 2 bread ties, hook 2 of them side by side, bread tie them together, go to Donkey Land, twitch it on top, and something will eat the crap out of it.
Hey, Brent Bass and Beyond.
That may be the way to go.
Doc was talking about making an Alabama rig with all 4 of them. I said, there you go.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, but I'm fairly certain that would be considered cheating.
Yeah, it goes against the challenge. So,
but nobody actually specified that. They just said the only stipulations is at least one fish per bait.
And that's what I told Doc. He'd have to catch 2. If you hook 2 of them side by side and tied them together, you'd have to catch 2 fish on it. That way it's 1 per bait.
Well, I mean, if you did do the Alabama rig and once you got the fish landed, if all the baits were tangled up in them, would that count as 1 fish per bait?
Yeah, who started this thing?
Florida Math Rules, and that sounds like Florida Math to me.
I think it was
that was I can't remember the name of the channel exactly. Low balling fishing, something like that. Low ball fishing.
I thought it was Bogley's.
Now Bogley challenged me and Elvis.
Okay.
But if I got the chain of events correct, Puddle Walkers challenged him, and Low Balling challenged Puddle Walkers. I think it's something like that.
Right.
Parabellum, let's just say he did Florida. How's that?
Yeah. Wait till you see it.
And Backlash, let's see what he said. I don't think I've supported anyone in the studio other than the small water. But yeah, everybody pick up Backlash. He's growing a channel. Backlash, anybody you see in here, jump on him. Just if there's nobody in here that I wouldn't go watch.
You know what? I don't think I have Backlash. I gotta double check here.
Growing
Okay, I can't promote unless I'm on the computer, correct?
What do you mean promote?
Since, well, I'm a moderator.
Yes, you can. You got to. Hang on. Let me show Lindy how she got to put them up. You got to jump off.
You want to make Backlash a mod?
No, she's trying to put up links.
Oh, okay.
So you go to your YouTube. Let's just do this. And you want to share. Let's just do this one. You bring up the video. Y'all talk about something.
Talk about you two trying to figure out the whole thing on your phones. That's what we can talk about.
Now let's go back.
The first time you ever seen us? Hi, Backlash. I'm Doc, Coastal Fever TV. I'm usually on this thing every Friday night. Actually, I've been on this thing every Friday night since we started it.
Yeah, it'll just every people can click on it.
What's up, Kenny?
Go down on it. See where it says paste. And you paste. And bam.
So, Uncle Buck, are you doing any fishing this weekend?
See if that works, Doc. That hooked on head wire.
I don't know what yet, but I'm usually fishing somewhere every day.
All right.
Not necessarily catching, but I'm fishing.
So what do you do? I know you say you work in a machine shop, right, Buck?
Yeah, we build the big centrifugal pumps for like oil, gas, stuff like that.
Okay.
I am a mechanic up there. Machine shop makes the parts, I put them together. And there's a 50-50 chance that they're going to work.
Is that what Bubba does as well?
Bubba is actually my boss.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah. He's the assembly shop supervisor.
Well.
Now, cousin Elvis works there with you too, right?
Now he's at another plant, same company, different building, right?
Yeah, we work for the same company, but we're different. He actually runs the repair shop. So all the pumps that I build, a couple months after they're in service, he fixes them.
Any of them, Mark, just run what you want. He services and fixes what you send out in the field. Is that what you said?
Pretty much. As soon as I say it's good, it'll go across the street to him, and he'll make it actually good. Yeah, I might leave a wrench or a flashlight or something in there, you know.
Good morning,
Probably
Amanda.
is my supervisor.
Mark, do Amanda. Do A and B. Hi, Amanda.
Yeah, I'd be writing him notes inside, right beside the wrench. You know, the old F you Elvis, and stick a wrench down in there and just wait.
He's got a pretty good understanding of which pumps I had something to do with. Usually if they come in for service after 10 to 15 years, it's a good pump. If they come in after 2 or 3 months, that's probably one I built.
Well, on that subject, funny story from my past, where we came from in North Carolina in the 80s was like the #1, the furniture capital of the world. Everything, you'd watch Price is Right, and it was furniture from Hickory, North Carolina. But anyway, it was just a big furniture place. Well, it was also NASCAR country right there beside Charlotte, North Carolina. And, in the 80s, it was just NASCAR. So in these furniture factories, all these guys upholstering and trimming, the races on the radio all the time. They're all NASCAR. There's posters everywhere. Well, some NASCAR driver would order furniture through Classic Leather, and them dudes would find out, let's say it's going to Dale Earnhardt bought it. They would fill that thing with every damn other race car poster, and everybody that hated Dale Earnhardt would write FU letters, and it was all built into his furniture. So, one day down the road, they tore something up, and it was just, full of Bill Elliott stuff and all. Them dudes were just packing full of crap. So you never know. The Buck makes pumps.
Hold on. I want to go in the chat. Boxy said Backlash needs one more supporter for 100. I picked up Backlash, so should be at 100.
I have as well.
Oh, Anti, you don't watch. Oh, you need to watch some Backwoods Hillbillies and some Crankin' and Yankin'. It's Cousin Elvis and Bubba and Buck. Yes, Amanda. I think I said hello to you as soon as you joined. I might have just thought it, but good day, mate.
I might have just thought it.
I do that a lot, man. I get these thoughts and I'm like, did I say that? And then sometimes I say things and thought I just thought it. So it gets kind of tangled sometimes.
And that's why I'm here.
Right. Okay, Buck, back to the quizzing. Now, if I ask you any questions, you don't have to answer. You can just say, I ain't answer. But married, divorced, single?
Happy.
Single?
No, I'm single, yeah.
Okay.
I
Very
like
cool.
his answer. Happy.
Happy? That's what I was wondering. Yeah. I never hear him complaining about nothing, so I was assuming he was a single man.
No, I mean, all I ever get to do is whatever I want.
Oh, I know. That's
It's a rough life.
I'm married and still get to do that.
yeah. I get to do whatever Lindy wants to do, so it's cool. It works. See, that's where I got. See, y'all people, everybody gets on there. Oh, Lindy catches more fish. Oh, she outfit. Y'all realize it's my damn evil plan, right? You know, I ain't striking a lick. I ain't doing nothing but taking mama fishing, driving the boat around. I mean, it's my evil plan.
There's an end game to this.
I'm the only guy you know that gets his ass kicked fishing every day, and is just as happy as he can be about it. I mean, it's cool. I can make a video about it and show it. You know, y'all don't know, but before I edit, I actually catch twice as many fish as her. I just edit it that way.
She was quick to jump up on that one. She's like, no.
Now, it's funny. When Lindy, she never fished, nothing till we got married. We used to come to Okeechobee on vacation, and I would just smoke. I mean, like she does, worse than she does me. All day, every day, she gets so mad. Why do you catch more than me? And I really didn't know why. I mean,
yeah, well, he would throw out these like, I've been fishing a whole lot longer than you, so I can know where to go, you know, and then I can throw it twice as many times to your one. I mean, he would come up with those reasons.
Yeah, I mean, it was, you know, and she just hated it. And then I guess somewhere I kind of nodded my head, took a nap, something, and shit turned around. I don't remember when that happened, but I woke up from one of my power naps, and it was like a whole new world. I was like, oh, okay. But,
Tasted his own medicine.
yeah. But she does, and she is versatile. That's why Lindy outfishes me. When they don't want it on top, she'll start giving it to them low, and I'm like, hell no. They're going to blow up on top, or I ain't catching them. And I usually don't catch it. But now the ones that do blow up are usually nicer fish. So.
And I do try other things as well.
Oh, she does.
I'm itching to try the nasty. What is it?
Big
nasty daddy, whatever it is.
What is it, Doc? The big bruiser, the big nasty.
Hold on. What the? Are you talking about the worm?
The Mac Daddy.
Yeah.
No, the Mac Daddy is the craw. They just actually Kenny and I were talking about that last phone call conversation we had. Steve and them over at Bruiser Baits, they kind of re-poured and they redid the mold for the Mac Daddy to make the claws on the craw a lot more durable.
Big nasty.
The Big Nasty is
the
worm. The Big Nasty is the worm, and they do the 10-inch and the 14-inch.
That's what I want to catch. That's what I'm trying.
Okay, the Big Nasty.
I put the little big bobber stop on my line, and then I do the bullet weight, and then I do the weightless hook. What's that, a Texas rig?
I caught you with the Big Nasty.
Yes, you did, dear.
Yeah, I'm actually going to have to talk with Bruiser Baits because that's kind of copyright infringement there. You know, not a lot of people know, but Big Nasty was my stripper name back in the day.
And that's Buck. Back in our Carolina life, we knew this girl and her boyfriend. I don't know if they ever got married, but he was a big fat slobbery, say anything, beer stains. Oh, you'll know the kind of guy, but everybody called him Big Nasty forever. Then she got pregnant by him. We're like, oh, you're going to have Little Nasty. All right, let me take a more questions. I'm thinking of my questions. We got Uncle Buck here. Come on, Doc. Let's come up with some. So you're in northern Louisiana.
Northwest, right?
We're practically in Texas. I mean, we're right on the border of a town called Wascom, Texas. You know. Matter of fact, I went with Elvis however many days ago back to, Mervall. And I was talking to a guy at the launch. He asked where we're from. I said Shreveport. And he said, well, hell, you're practically Texan anyway. But that didn't work when I went and bought my Texas fishing license, because that shit cost me a damn arm and a leg. And I still haven't caught a Texas fish yet.
Oh, wow.
I had to break a map out because my first thinking was, how the hell can North Louisiana almost be in Texas? I see, said the blind man. It goes all the way up beside it.
Damn near everybody's on the border with Texas, pretty much.
Yeah, we went to Houston, Beaumont. So we did that drive from North Carolina, like across South Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, that little loop several times.
24 hours.
Whatever, it's a long drive. All I know is we drove for like 20 some hours. We finally hit the Texas border. I looked up and there was a sign that said El Paso, 1,400 miles. Like, holy shit.
Hi, Monica.
It was farther than we had driven from North Carolina to get to Texas than it was from the border of Texas to El Paso, Texas.
Kia, Moni.
The one time that I drove all across Texas, I think I was 18. I took a Greyhound to visit my sister in California. And I swear, it was like we going through Texas, I think I saw every season there is. Deeper we got, I saw snow. I saw fresh blooming flowers. I saw leaves falling off of trees. I mean, Texas is massive.
Is Ashley in here? Hey, Ashley. Yeah, it is. So you saw the season, so you had joy, you had fun.
Yeah, I was on the bus, though, so I didn't really get to enjoy the sun, but,
Come on now, what's that song? You had joy, you had fun, you had seasons in the sun. Oh, that's what you're talking about, the sun. I got you, Buck. You even ahead of me there.
I'm right there with you.
It's a delay. I'm in Florida. It's a time delay.
I hear you. I mean, I did go through the Texas desert on a Greyhound with no name.
But it was a Greyhound.
But the Greyhound had no name.
Justin.
See, that's another thing. I moved to Florida and nobody kept talking about the bus races. You could bet on them, and I ain't seen them yet.
I don't get it.
Yeah, you lost me on that one.
The Greyhound races, the dog races. They said the Greyhound
no, they
race.
got rid of that.
And I keep looking for the buses out there lined up. Come on now, that was a good one.
Yeah,
I mean, I've gone to submarine races.
Do what, Buck?
I said I've been to the submarine races, but never the bus races.
Oh, we had those in Hildebrand in North Carolina.
Yeah, look, Doc is so lost because he never watched Happy Days, I guess is where that come from, wasn't it?
Oh no, I got that one off my dad.
I think on wasn't it
I haven't seen Happy Days in forever.
Or was it American Graffiti where they go out to the submarine races? Might have been American Graffiti which started it off.
Was it?
Man, I liked American Graffiti where they hooked the cable to the cop's rear end, then took off up the street on a hot rod and tore the whole rear end out of the cop car. Yeah.
You know who directed American Graffiti, right?
Ron Howard was in it, so I don't know.
I know the answer to this question, but I can't think of it right now.
Steven Spielberg.
George Lucas.
Oh.
I was going to guess Quentin Tarantino.
No, Quentin Tarantino. Shit, I don't think Quentin Tarantino was born when that movie came out.
Yeah.
So is Luke
George Lucas.
Is Luke
Yeah,
Skywalker
that was George Lucas. If I'm almost positive it was George Lucas. Yeah, it was Lucas. Thank you, Anti.
Monica.
Of Star Wars fame.
Is Luke Skywalker Luke because of George Lucas?
Let me stand up so you can see it.
Probably.
Talking about Mama's hair. That's a lot of hair.
It's a lot of horror there.
That's funny because the ramp that day, I think I told you, Doc, when we met them people that subscribe to us, we're over there getting the boat ready. I mean, we went in the afternoon, so it's like after lunch. And if we hear somebody yell, "Go get them, small water charters," and I just went, "Yeah." So then I hear a woman's voice go, "Are you sure it's them?" and I hear that male voice go, "Can't you see all the hair?" So I said, "Oh, okay."
Cousin Elvis was going to guess meathead.
Yeah. Your sister
good.
and your hair got along.
Oh,
I can't see the chat, but I'm sure Elvis has a lot to say.
Actually, that's the first comment he's posted in a minute.
That's true, Anti. I got those Dog the Bounty Hunter extensions. That made me laugh so much when he got arrested for smuggling the guy back from Mexico.
Uh-huh.
The very first mugshot or the picture they had of him coming out, his hair was above his shoulders. Then he did like a press conference, and that was back down to here. I said, I guess they wouldn't. I guess they don't let you have your extensions in jail. I don't know how they work that.
yeah, no, that's all my real hair, no extensions.
You know, Dog could have hung himself with his hair extensions. Buck,
yeah, right, Cousin Elvis. I can't remember Meathead's name either. Oh crap!
Rob Reiner.
Anti might know it.
Rob Reiner. Carl Reiner's son.
Was it Rob? Is it Rob Reiner?
Yeah, it's Carl Reiner's son. Meathead from All in the Family.
That's right.
We have charters coming up, Ashley, so we've got to go to Headwaters and Donkey Land.
Yeah, I don't think we're going this weekend during the cold front. We're going to kind of just work it till right after, and hoping we can hook up with Al, who was right there.
That's a great question, Al Blades.
Al, I'll post them anytime, but then again, we go fishing like on Monday, and I'll have the video posted by Tuesday morning. I just make them and post them.
I don't know. What do you think, Uncle Buck? Al asked, "What's the best time of day to post fishing videos?"
Hell, I post them as soon as I get done with them. It might be 2 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. I got no rhyme or reason to my posting.
All
Later,
right, Kenny.
Kenny.
Good luck, man. Hit me up tomorrow when you get done.
So how do you do your editing, Buck?
I start hitting buttons and hope for the best, pretty much.
What do you edit with?
It's Wondershare, Filmora.
Okay.
I think is the name of the program. It's capable of a lot more than I've figured out, but you know, I'm getting there. Pretty much, I usually just take the memory card out of the camera and start looking for something to happen, save that, and scrap the rest. Not a very, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but I'm not a professional by any means.
Yeah, you're not. Doc is the one that puts all. What do you call it, Doc? You tell your students that not preparation. What's the speech you give them about with a video?
Pre-production.
Or whatever. You know, that's where it all starts, is when you're getting your edits and separating and.
Oh yeah. You're talking about. Yeah. No, I preach to my kids about pre-production, but for what we do, there's not much pre-production you can do for a fishing video. Depending upon the video, I mean, yeah, it's good to plan out your videos and kind of know what you're going to talk about if you're going to do those types of videos, but I mean, for most of us, we're fishing. So it's not like you got this whole plan. I always preach to my kids about, when you're doing a short film or a public service announcement commercial, plan it out. You know what you're supposed to be doing, and that way you got a plan when you go out. But what you're talking about, John, is the file management, and
right, that's it.
Is the file management and kind of going through, kind of like what we do when we're out there recording. Right after every fish that you catch, if you go ahead and stop recording on the GoPro or whatever you're recording on, stop recording. When you go back and look, the shorter clips are probably going to be the ones that you caught fish. So you look towards the end of it. It allows you to kind of go through and pick those clips faster, and allows you to edit faster and get the video out sooner.
And that's, everybody thinks we just count fish to show off, but that's how I edit. You'll notice that about every 3 fish, I'll say, well, that's Lindy's number 8, and I got 4. So when I get that edit, I name them. I start numbering like L1 GP, which is GoPro, or L1 DJ, which is the other camera. And then, you know, I start, and then whenever it's one where I said both, it'll have that too. So I said, okay, Lindy's got to have 8 by the time I catch 3. So then I just start building. But the way my videos start is literally like seeing the eagle. We're leaving, going to the boat ramp. We got video of the eagle leaving, flying off. So we're driving home, and I'm like, okay, fly like an eagle, eagle songs. You know, it's already, you know, I got half of it built before we got back to the house.
Usually when I try to plan out a video, either we don't catch anything or we don't get to go on the trip. So that whole idea that I had just goes out the window.
Right.
I find that same thing too. Like when I plan to do something, like, and I sit there and I think about it, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z, and then I go out and I try to do it, and then it all goes to crap. It's like, yeah, no, I can't, you know. And then Al wrote in the chat, you know, he always tries to do his intro last, and so I've done that plenty of times where it's like, you know, you just go out and then you kind of figure it out on the fly, like what this video is going to be about. Like, you know, you're sitting there, you're fishing, and all of a sudden, just like you, John, you know, like you look at the end, there's the eagle, and as you're driving home, you're like, okay, we could do it like this.
Right.
You know, it's tough. I think it's tough for us fishing, you know, YouTube content creators to kind of plan the videos out. You know, you look on YouTube and you look at all these people giving advice on YouTube on how to succeed, and it's like, plan your videos, da 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 da, blah blah blah, and it's just like, I don't know, man. We really can't do that.
I know all of mine, Lindy is going to catch more than me. I mean, really, and we're just fishing. That's why I try to come up with music and other little things, because it's the same old thing over and over. I got to try to do something with it. Except when I finally catch more, and then nobody really says nothing. That's kind of disappointing. You know, I make this, like my Come to Papa video. I would say, you know, that as soon as I beat her fishing, I was like, oh, it's going to have daddy music, papa music, some kind of I'm the man music. And nobody really said much of nothing, but you let her outfish me again, and oh, hell. Well, let me catch up real quick. Welcome, Al. Al, you amaze me. The deer ring is just badass today.
Saw that.
You're just an amazing dude.
I have a fish.
Hey, Al's Outdoors.
For backlash fishermen. What part of North Carolina are you from? Have you ever tried Tuckertown, High Rock Lake, those chain of waters?
Remember I talked to him. He's the one that, remember I told you knew what Sneed's Ferry sneakers were and all that?
Oh, he's kind
I
of.
believe he said Northeast.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, okay.
And let me back up. And Anti said that I just count rolling sightings. Anti, if you knew just how many times I talked to that dude, and he calls me about half lit, and we see him quite a bit.
Yeah.
Just every once in a while I can catch him something I can use in a video. Most of them you can't use.
He calls John.
Yeah, he calls me a lot more than he don't say. I mean,
Yeah, he calls John a lot more than we see.
I got to tell a funny little story, Mr. Martin. Love him to death. He calls me like on a Thursday night lit. I mean, the man was lit. The man was catching a good buzz. Well, a couple days later, Doc watches a video. I think it was Doc, that Roland was at that Hooked on Headwaters, and he was drunk. So he goes, did you see that video where Roland's drunk? So I go back and watch the video, and that was filmed on a Thursday. I was like, well, that was the same evening he called me to find out how the fish were at Donkeyland. And like I said, Roland's latest video is how to fish a fluke and catch fish all the time. And he has a white fluke. And he literally repeats what Lindy told him in that one video we got him in. So, and you not notice he had
royalties.
And you not notice he had a coast video at the same time we had a coast video?
Yeah.
Like 3 days after us, Roland put up a catching tarpon somewhere. I was like, I just told him we went. I mean, I just talked to the man and said, yeah, we went to the coast, you know, and then he'll put one. And it's funny, Roland tells me all the time, don't show off in your videos. If you show off, people will drop you. And if you watch a Roland Martin video, that man ain't doing nothing but showing off the whole damn time. But it's funny to hear Roland. Everybody knows how he talks and son and all that. You ought to add a bunch of F-bombs in it, man. It will make you laugh. like I said, he has said, "Oh, effing son," and I about shit myself. It was just, it was surreal, you know. All right, let's go back to Lauren. Had a good thing. She said it don't matter when a video drops. She watches it as soon as she gets home from work.
That's my sister, by the way.
I think that's a good. I gotta say though, I think that's a great question.
Yeah.
That Al asked, because I find myself kind of struggling with time and day. I don't know if anybody else in the chat has like a set schedule. I mean, I don't know. I found I try to upload somewhere in the neighborhood of about like 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening Eastern time, because that's when I figure like most of the people that are subscribed to the channel and that watch my channel are probably like getting off work and getting home. That's my thinking there.
Dude, that's like Retro Bassett with his channel. That's why his come out early Saturday mornings, because he wants it to be like it was when you grew up watching fishing shows. Because that's all he's about is vintage fishing. So he tries to make it like when you wake up Saturday morning and watch Roland Martin, but that's why his come out early on Saturday morning.
And I have heard that like if you put, if you can like look in your analytics, and I mean, I don't know, I haven't figured out how to do it or really even tried. But like you can kind of see when people kind of consume your videos and what time of day they're consuming them. And they say you want to like drop it like 4 hours prior to that peak time. So I don't know. I found 4 or 5 o'clock to be, what works for me. I mean, and usually when because that makes sense to me. It's like because I kind of look at it as me, like if I'm getting home from work, I can't watch at work. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can't watch videos at work. So I know like I'm going to be home. And that's my time to sit down and, jump on YouTube. So that's kind of what I do. I just 4 or 5 o'clock.
That's kind of where you and I are different, Doc. I prefer somebody to drop a video during work hours because it gives me something to do while I'm hiding out at work.
See, now you're giving me something else to think about. Because now I'm going to think about Uncle Buck the entire time. Be like, what about those dudes that are trying to skip out at work? Should I just go ahead and drop it now? Like, for me, I can't. There's no way I can watch at work. I mean, I can't.
What's funny, I know if I post mine during the day, what group of people is going to respond first. And it's like all the unemployed people, or I don't know, it's the same group. Then you can get the after work crew. Then you get the late night crew. So I don't care. I'm like Monica. I just drop it like it's hot.
The only time I do any scheduling as far as videos are concerned is if I have 2 or 3 videos kind of stacked up, I'll go ahead and upload them. But I'll keep them private and kind of release them a day or so apart.
Right.
Okay, look who rolled up in here on Ugly Dog Lures.
Hey, Charlie.
I had such a good time at the end of your live last night, you damn dude, you.
I think everybody did that was in that live last night.
Dude, I went back and watched it today, and when Charlie and Melissa realized what everybody is saying that lure looks like, the look on their face was priceless. I mean, it's like Charlie didn't even think about it. All of a sudden he goes, oh. I mean, it's like bo 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 bo. And Charlie, I don't know if you saw my community tab. I was hoping people would come up with names. If anybody didn't see it, I put on my community tab a picture of Charlie and that lure. Uncle Buck come up with a name for it.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what I said, but.
Oh, yeah, let's see if we can't refresh it. After the fact, I realized they both made lures that had one eye, and I didn't say that all during the damn thing.
I said he should call it Harry's Henderson.
Okay, did anybody get my joke when I said once you add hooks, you can call it Prince Albert?
I did.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, a lot of people, I wondered if it was that. I had to ask Siri. I couldn't remember. I was like, what do they call that? What do they call when it's pierced? So I was like, and that's funny when you ask Siri, what do you call a pierced penis? She kind of, first time she was confused. I don't have an answer for that. So the second time I was like, what is the slang for it? And he said Prince Albert. And I was like, that's it.
Oh, Al jumped on his fishing channel now. So he's off the main channel and now he's on the Life with Al Blades channel.
He's just showing off, dude. Look at him pimping. And yeah, they named it Cousin It. And in the live, I got to laughing because Charlie said it was kin to Elvis. And Melissa was like, huh? He goes, they're cousins. Said if it was Uncle It would be kin to Buck. And I mean, it was so funny to hear him explain that. Okay, there's my next question. Is James your cousin?
No, not really. I mean,
Are you?
When Bubba and I first decided to start this channel, yeah, we're calling ourselves the Hillbillies, and to a hillbilly, everybody's your cousin. So
Right. Yeah.
we are no, sir, we are not of relation.
And I guess you're nobody's uncle that we know of. I mean, you know who your uncle, I bet.
I mean, Buck's not even really my name, so.
Oh, I know. Lindy on your
It's a fake
Facebook,
name.
she told me she asked me, goes, you know who this is? And said a name. And I was like, no.
Well, here's
Yeah,
the
you
thing
know.
on Facebook. That's not even my real name on Facebook.
Oh, really?
I mean, it kind of is, but it's kind of not.
So
That
so what is it on Instagram? Like, is the Instagram one? Is that your real name?
I don't know what I have on Instagram. I'll be honest with you. On Instagram, I only use that for looking at pictures of fish or
Women?
not modestly dressed women. Yeah.
At least he's on.
Yeah, be honest if you can, Buck.
Because I remember I get this like somebody followed you on Instagram or something, and then I get a message from that, like, and the picture you got on there is really strange, you know, for your Instagram profile picture. And you're like, hey, it's Uncle Buck.
Yeah,
I was like, all right.
That was a selfie I took at work. Well, I should have been working, but I was taking selfies instead, you know. Putting in a good hard 8 hours.
I don't know, Lauren. We're learning because I thought I had his real name because she showed it to me. She saw it on a Facebook post, and it was the post. And I had to explain your post, you and some other guy. And she read it like, what was it? I don't want any Bass Pro Shop cards, but I keep every Bass Pro. And I was like, no, that's Bass Pro, and he keeps Bass Pro. I said, they're musicians. Yeah, see, I figured it out. Lindy, she was like, what does he mean? He's trading a Bass Pro but keeping a Bass Pro. I was like, no, one's bass, one's bass.
Yeah, that's actually a buddy of mine from the local music world.
So that
Once upon
name,
a time, I was a rock star.
so that
In my
name,
own life.
so that name you use there, is it your real name?
It's a variation of my real name. Everett actually is my middle name. But Facebook, I am D. Everett, and that was my stage name from when I was a man.
Name he uses? Well, that's not your first name?
Hey, Becca.
Now, my first name is actually Dallas.
Dallas?
Oh, cool name.
Oh,
But you
my
live in
Lord.
Louisiana.
Can I be Soda Pop? Please let me be Soda Pop, Dallas.
Yeah, there
Dally.
you go, Pony Boy.
You ain't never heard no damn Pony Boy jokes or nothing, have you? Nah.
Man, that and people saying Alan Jackson to me, there's a reason why I go by D now.
Okay.
And for the record, I can't stand the Dallas Cowboys.
See, John was all excited. John was all excited when.
Doc,
like,
I'm not supposed to say it. Don't you, Brett? Don't you? I
Oh,
promised
okay.
Lindy I wouldn't. Damn it.
I'll shut up.
That'll get you in trouble.
He tried.
Well, I mean, now you got to say it. I mean,
No, I can't. I promised John I would.
I just have had a joke about what your middle name probably is. And Lindy goes, don't you say that.
I have to make him behave sometimes, but
I might make that my Instagram name. You know, I might like it. You never know.
Okay, we really hadn't said what the first name says, but I was going to say his middle name must be Nuts.
I hear that on a daily.
Do you? Okay.
There's actually a some kind of a vending company here. We have a local minor league hockey team, and there's a vendor that sells nuts at the game, and it's got the logo is a picture of this sweet little old lady, and I guess her name's supposed to be Dee, so she sells Dee's nuts.
Yeah, I think Lindia has there's a place here, a big cattle farm, and it's called Dee's Cattle. And I always write, every time we're going to Donkeyland, I lean out the window and go, Dee's Cattle. I mean, you can't help but.
I had the Dee's Nuts box.
Yeah, she had a Dee's Nuts box here somewhere.
I had one of those too. The Nuts box.
But yeah, that's what okay, since we're telling the truth, when Lindia said, do you know who what was the last name? Everett. Who Dee Everett is?
Made me think of Chad Everett.
I looked up and said, what, Dee's Nuts Everett? And she just laughed. And I was like, who? She goes, Uncle Buck. I was like, oh, that's funny.
I said, don't say that.
Then she goes, you can't say that. I said, okay, I promise.
I promise I won't.
Then I did it.
Look at the Doc's
I did it anyway, but I can blame it on Doc now. So it's all right.
I didn't know because I stopped. You just kept going.
He didn't know.
Yeah, when you throw bait out there, you can't say, well, I wasn't trying to catch that fish. I just threw bait out there.
I can't help it.
Yeah,
I was seeing if the bait would swim.
Yeah, he knows he knows how to egg me on. Let's see, we got to have some more Buck questions, though. Bubba's his boss. Are you related to Bubba?
Thankfully, no.
All right.
No, I actually first met Bubba through the local music scene. He also used to be in a band. So.
That's where I was headed.
At one point, pretty much everybody he hired was fellow local musicians. Then he realized most of them weren't worth a damn. So me and a buddy are pretty much the only ones that are left from the local music scene up there at the shop.
Oh, because I noticed you got musical notes tattooed on your arm, and Elvis had guitars hanging in one of his videos in the background. So I figure y'all are musical folk.
All right. Good night, Al Blades.
See you, Al Blades.
I've never been called a musician before, but I am a drummer.
Oh, Al, call me. We need to fish like Tuesday, Wednesday.
That's always the running joke is that
Monday,
the drummer is
Tuesday,
not
something.
a musician.
Yeah, not Wednesday.
Right.
Thursday.
We can fish Wednesday. Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. Al, figure it out. All right, so you're all musicians.
Now, Uncle Buck was cousin Elvis. Was he a musician?
I think he plays the radio pretty good.
So the guitars in the background are faux guitars.
Or was that some green screen stuff? He's getting all clever with the green screen.
Yeah.
Well,
cousin
think he
Elvis
told
said
me-
he's about as musical as a fart.
I think he told me he wanted to learn, but you know how life gets. Sometimes you just don't have time.
Yeah,
I'd
that's
love to learn guitar,
that's
but
what he
I don't
put
have
in
the patience.
the. That's what he put in the comment when the one video where he had all the guitars in the background, and I said, love the guitars, those are sweet, and he's like, yeah, he's like, wish I would have had the time to learn how to play them. He's like, that was the plan, but it never happened.
Yeah. I tried learning guitar a long time ago. It didn't work out.
So you just
For
started
whatever,
beating
whatever
on
reason.
stuff.
Yeah, they just came naturally to me. I don't know. I guess I don't know.
Rhythmically inclined.
Cavemanish.
I'm mechanically inclined.
What's that?
Lindy is very mechanically inclined. She was plant manager back in North Carolina, like a whole fleet of mechanics working on these machines and all. I mean,
Head mechanic.
head mechanic. She's damn good at telling me how to do stuff.
Do you not ask?
So are you good at listening?
No. Well, yeah.
Sometimes he
Sometimes.
does.
After the fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, I listen real good after the fact.
Yeah.
We can make it through there. Oh no, you can't, baby. Oh yes, we can. Oh no, you can't. Damn it! It wasn't deep enough. I told you. We could have made it.
And I just usually sit back in the boat and be like, mm-hmm.
No, Doc laughs because me and Lindy have been together like 35 years, and we can have a whole conversation just going, huh?
What?
Hey, and Doc's like, what the hell? And we know exactly what we just talked about.
Yeah.
But
kind
it's
of
funny.
like my wife and I, and I'll be like, huh, what, yeah, all right.
And it's funny. She'll look at me and say, "What's bothering you?" I'm like, "Nothing."
Yeah, right.
And we've been together 35 years, and we'll both sit there and try that shit. Ain't nothing wrong with me. What are you talking about? Oh no, I can tell. No, you can't. Yeah. Okay, I'm back to Uncle Buck. What else we got here? So, Bubba, you're not kin to Bubba. He's your boss. So Bubba's not Bubba's name, I take it.
No, but that Bubba is what he's been called for many, many years. So that nickname kind of stuck. And we had this young guy at work, and we were all joking around one day, and he started calling me his Uncle Buck. So I was like, well, hell, I'm just going to be Uncle Buck. So there we go. We got a YouTube channel now.
I figured it was from the John Candy movie somewhere down the line.
Is everything okay with the baby? Is he just staying at home and being a good husband and helping his wife with the baby's children?
Yeah, pretty much. They got that new baby. He's, I think, about a month old now. So life is somewhat getting back to normal. So he ought to be able to jump back in the boat before too long.
Cool.
Next weekend, we're planning actually to do a catfishing trip, if that pans out.
Well, I commend him for helping.
And it's give you and go ahead.
I was gonna say I don't think he has a choice.
I think it's a good thing because it's give you and James so much bonding time. It's a good thing. Y'all have bonded.
Well, I don't know if I'd go quite that far. I can tolerate Elvis a lot more than I can Bubba, and Elvis probably say the same thing about me. I don't know, but we've been having fun doing all these challenges and whatnot. I will say that.
What happened to Elvis?
And ties.
That has totally not been planned. I never wanted to tie with him. He never wanted to tie with me, but
I know. I bet.
Way. Yeah, we finally did that tiebreaker down at the little dink pond, and I guess Elvis is now the clear winner.
Yeah. What happened to Elvis's new fishing buddy? He had that new guy there for a little bit, the big fella, kind of.
I think, Bobo, I think that's kind of his Bubba.
Oh, okay, Bobo. Yeah, that was it because I was laughing because Buck had Bubba. One's got Bubba, one's got Bobo.
Mm-hmm.
I got a good friend named. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I think Elvis and I both can only take our fishing partners in very small increments.
I agree. Me too.
Wow.
You ain't got no choice.
Well, the other day we went fishing. I was real tired or something. We talked about getting up. She just looked over so serious. Goes, "You can sleep in the boat." Okay. Then she kind of went, or the truck. I was like, well, damn. And does Elvis you call him Elvis because he likes Elvis, or is that just coincidence?
Because he likes Elvis. Bubba actually came up with that name. Yeah, but when we first started doing videos, anytime we'd have somebody come along with us, we had to give them a hillbilly name. And Bubba said, well, I already got a name for James. It's Cousin Elvis. All right, fair enough. Nowadays, I just say, hey, this is what's his face. He's fishing with me today. I don't care anymore.
Yeah, I was just wondering if he was just that much into Elvis that's where he got stuck with it, or that was coincidence.
Well, yeah, he likes Elvis, and I don't think he had a choice but to get stuck with it because we pretty much drove that name into the dirt.
And he kind of fancies himself an Elvis kind of guy too. You can tell he got that fair.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
He's not a Tom Jones guy. He's an Elvis guy.
Well, Tom is clearly better, but whatever.
Yeah. See, that's where I bonded with you, Buck, was the whole Tom Elvis thing.
That was funny when that was going on.
We're gonna break out to what the Beatles and the Stones next. We'll have to get a whole controversy going.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
you're opening a whole wormhole right there, buddy.
Yeah, start that fight right now. Go ahead.
Nah, we don't need to be doing that one. It's already late. We got an hour left though.
We got an hour left. We got to fill time with some content here. Yeah, go. Beatles
So
or the Stones?
Where's the place y'all used to do you and Bubba's videos? It's got, you call it the camp or the cabin, got the fish on the wall and all that?
That's actually the man cave that was already there at that house when they moved in.
Oh,
it's the only room in the entire house that has that, old wood paneling, and but they didn't use it for nothing. So I was like, man, we're gonna make this our fishing cabin.
Yeah, that's what it looked like, a fishing cabin. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
And the pier,
yeah, that's all it is. A little small man cave.
Put up the catfishing rods.
Yeah, and I guess y'all made those rod holders at work back in the day, your catfishing rod holders that were somebody engineer, and those was made at work, right?
Oh yeah. All that is stainless steel tubing. We just cut it up and had our welder tack it together.
Yeah, right. That's what I figured that was. Looked like a repurposed work, day job work.
Yeah, I mean, the big boss don't know we did that, and we prefer to keep it that way.
Oh, we just put it live, so it's okay.
He don't watch our videos anyway, so I think I'm all right.
So do y'all have buddies in town that watch your videos and all? I mean,
well, I got Elvis.
Oh, besides Elvis, you don't have any other buddies that watch your videos?
Co-workers?
Well, there's a few. There. Most people that are in my little small circle don't fish like we do. They might go out once every couple of years, so
right.
They're not that interested in our videos.
Yeah,
that's fine. But the guy, we call him Great Grandpa Willis. He actually is a co-worker, and he will watch the videos, especially if we're at his pond.
He seems like a character when he comes down there on his tractor or his mower.
Oh yeah, he does that on purpose.
Oh, does he come down there be on a video?
Yeah, the first time we went down there, he came out wearing a straw hat with a glass of moonshine, which was nothing but sweet tea.
Well, you don't have to tell all your secrets, Bubba. Buck. Damn, I called you Bubba. I was reading. Sorry. I was trying to read comments and talk. I just thought, oh, now here comes our Bubba. What's up, Yee?
Yee. Speaking of moonshine.
Speaking of moonshine, right?
Speaking of Bubba's. All I know is I watched the video where he let the guy brand him on the arm with the hot dog fork. And then I watched one of his videos from like a week later, and you can see the burn marks across his arm. I was like, Yee.
Oh, there goes Boxy with the sweet tea stuff.
Yeah. Sweet tea, Boxy.
Yee said it's been a long week.
What's the matter, Yee?
The liquor store has been closed.
COVID, he can't go in the liquor store without a mask, and he can't find his damn mask. Then I watched a video the other day or something from someplace drive-through that wouldn't take an order from a person or their money unless they had a mask on in their car. So this lady's arguing. He goes, ma'am, I can give you a mask. She was like, I ordered a drink. So you can hand me a mask, but you can't hand me my drink. He's like, ma'am, I can't serve you unless you got a mask, but I can give you a mask. And I was just like, that is so retarded.
We have hit a level of stupidity in this country when it comes to that kind of stuff. He can hand her a mask and then hand her the drink. Whatever. I don't know.
Chatterbait Kenny, he is so funny. He sends me these rude texts during the live. He just likes to watch me look at my phone, I think.
Oh, he sent the group.
That's him.
Yep.
Well, Dan, we're finding out Buck, we're finding out all your secrets. So Willis's Pond, it used to be Uncle Willis's Pond, is now Willis Lake, right?
Yeah, that's kind of a running joke with everybody at the shop. They started calling his pond Lake Willis, so I figured, sounds good to me. Let's go ahead and stick with that.
Yeah, I know sometime it changed. I was like, oh, check them out. They've done, which my uncle had a pond back in Carolina. And if you looked on like Google Earth, it called it Hedrick Lake. And it was really just my uncle's fish pond. So they may show that as Lake Willis.
And then what? And then you got what is it? Is like pond 16 or something like that? That's like by your shop.
Yeah, 610 pond.
16.
I used to think it was part of our work property. I found out it's actually not, but it might as well be. I can walk out the front door and be fishing in less than 5 minutes.
Where's the water going? I noticed last couple of times, man, there ain't no water in that thing.
Well, it's funny. That's how I'm used to that pond looking. For some reason, all this last year has been very high and extremely muddy. All I can figure is they cleared out a bunch of pulpwood behind that pond, and now it's pretty much just dirt. And all I can figure is every time that it rains, there's nothing to block the rainwater anymore, so it's just getting muddy and flowing into my pond.
Right.
It's never been a very deep pond.
Are those deer tracks in the mud when you're out there fishing?
Oh, yeah. The last couple of times I went out there, actually, and my camera couldn't pick them up. I need to start taking a camcorder with me because I got a good zoom, but I was out there fishing, and a couple doe just walked out, looked at me and paid me no mind, started drinking out of the pond and eating grass. And then the last time I went out there, a little gray fox come out and just started playing around. See some pretty cool stuff out there. One time a crackhead came out and started jumping around. It was kind of neat and magical to watch.
I keep waiting for that to happen where y'all fish there beside the interstate.
They are funny to watch. I saw a girl at the Family Dollar store, and she
had to lean.
She had to lean and going on and just talking, but I don't know who she was talking to. I didn't see plugs in her ears or anything, but she was just talking, having this conversation, like, talking about her children and telling somebody about her children. But she was kicking that leg up, and it was going higher than the buggy that she was pushing, and there was nothing in the buggy. And she was going up and down every aisle. And when I got to the cash register, I said something to the lady. I said, "Is she okay?" She goes, "No, she's just tweaking. She's been in here about an hour. It'll be about another hour and she'll leave." I'm like, what?
She's got
anyway, back to where y'all fish on the interstate. I figure y'all gonna find a body or something right there.
Every time I'm down there, I look around real close to make sure there's not a body. There's one time Elvis and I were down there fishing, and there's 2 bridges there. On the far bridge, there was a makeshift hammock going between the pillars. It looked like a backpack with warm beer and shit in it. And I didn't know what to think about that. And about an hour later, some guy showed up and just started fishing with his little Zevco 33, wearing looked like Daisy Duke shorts and cowboy work boots. I asked him, "Man, you doing any good?" I have no idea what he said, but apparently he wasn't doing that good because he didn't catch nothing.
Yeah.
I guess he was living there. He had a pickup truck, so maybe his old lady kicked him out. Who knows?
That's a good deal. Sit there, sleep in your hammock, and cops come. I'm fishing,
hammock
man.
Between the pillars.
I'm fishing, man.
What was the hammock made out of?
Looked like an old bed sheet.
Huh.
Must have been some very good fabric. But then again, he looked like he barely weighed a buck, so.
That's like when we go peacock fishing, we got to run up under all them interstates, and all we ever see is a cop hiding under there. I mean, nobody nowhere, and there's a cop. I swear he's sleeping in his car.
Remember the shopping carts, and remember that one like little makeshift like little shack that we saw. That was
right there against 95 or whatever.
Yeah, right up against
Buck, you go out of the water, and it's probably 10 feet of dirt with mangroves and every kind of iguana you can imagine, every size living in it. Then it's a solid concrete wall that goes up, 20 feet, Doc?
Yeah.
I-95 and all the traffic's way up there. Man, these old, I guess, hobos, homeless people, they build shelters right there against that big concrete wall on that little ledge. I mean, I guess wild, They eat iguanas because them damn things are everywhere in there.
Hey, free food's good food.
That's it. What's up, Off the Hook?
Hey, Off the Hook.
Hi, Off the Hook.
Yeah, they say iguana tastes like chicken.
Yeah.
Everything tastes
A lot of things taste like chicken.
except chicken.
Except chicken.
Except chicken.
Or does chicken taste like iguana?
That's which came first, the chicken or the iguana?
I'm not sure.
I would say iguana because when I watch like Land of the Lost to Jurassic Park, I ain't seen no chickens running around, but I see a bunch of iguana looking things running around everywhere. And I know they took
have you really had iguana? I never know if Anti's like joking or not.
And he must be in Florida because he's made a couple Florida comments before. I think he may be a Floridian. He announced one time
that or he knows a lot about Florida.
Well, he announced one time that a bunch of paratroopers were jumping in some lake in Florida, and that just sounded like local information to me.
Maybe just keeping eyes on you.
That's what it is. So, how old are you, Buck? What you can tell me, just general or exact if you feel like it, or neither one.
Let us guess.
Let us guess. Yeah, let's guess. But hang on, everybody in the chat, let's all guess Uncle Buck's age. I'm gonna type mine in the chat. We'll see what happens.
Everybody type how they
Well, we're guessing Uncle Buck's age.
Uncle Buck's age. Let me think on this. Al Outdoors wrote 14.
It's been a rough life.
All right, you say you can't read them, Buck? I'm going to start naming some. We got 14, 37, 28, 33, 32, 52, 40.
Crankin', you don't count.
Crankin said 40, Mark J 40, Doc 34. Hang on, give everybody else another little.
Who said 28?
Said 36.
Let me see. Let me go back.
I said 73.
Shiner guy said 28.
Shiner, you're my best friend.
Okay, so he's older than 28. Well, let's go this way. Off the Hook said 52. That's too old.
Like Off the Hook.
Yeah, because that's only 4 years younger than me, and you're definitely.
Well,
let's see.
Look at Anti.
73, yeah.
I didn't even see Anti. I got to catch back up now. Yeah, Anti 73. Yee says 38. Doc 34. Ugly Dog 36. Monica 32. I said 33.
Cousin Elvis said 40.
Lindy said 37. All right, tell us who's the closest there, Uncle Buck.
Well, you said Elvis don't count, right? So I guess Mark J nailed it on the head.
40.
Oh, okay.
I turned 40 this past September.
Oh.
Well, Buck, you look good for 40. I would have never guessed 40. I was younger 30.
That's where I was going.
Appreciate that.
But some of it I was basing off your humor, so that took a few years off your life.
I'm not sure if you just complimented me or insulted me.
Well, you like me, you kind of got that sixth grade-ish humor sometimes. So. Wait a minute. Wait. I see a story here. I've been slapped by one and I almost caught one in Fort Myers. Ran him up a tree, would have climbed it, but y'all's trees don't have branches. So I'm assuming he's talking about a tweaker.
No, he's talking about an iguana.
No, think of it as a tweaker and read it again. It's better. It's a better story.
That's true.
I mean, crackhead was my first thought.
I can just see tweaker slapping the dog shit out of you. And then take off. Because, you know, that tweaker can run. I mean, they are flat. They can get it.
Don't make me laugh like I was laughing last night in Charlie's.
Okay, well, let's back the story up when the tweaker goes, "Hey, man, what's your name?" And he goes, "Yee. Huh? Yee. No, damn. Yeah, I mean, I bet that was a hell of a conversation. I gave one some food in the J behind a store. Felt bad for him. Yee, don't feed the tweakers. There'll be 2 of them there tomorrow.
They're like stray cats.
Yes, no. Oh, Boxy always wins. What did Boxy win?
Anti just said he's surprised Boxy didn't win guessing.
Oh, okay.
Yes, he did. Mark J did.
Boxy can guess everything except where to go sit to find a deer or catch a bass. Bam! Yes, I did that. Yes, I went there. So, Bubba, God, I'm sorry, Buck.
Oh, that's twice, Uncle Buck. That's twice.
Twice, 3 times, and like Bubba appears. Isn't it like Beetlejuice? I got to be quiet. But do you do any hunting, Buck?
I used to when I was younger. I don't really have anything against hunting, but I don't want to have to take. I don't want to have to put forth the effort to clean them and process them and all that kind of stuff. So the way I look at same thing with fish. I can catch a fish and send it back home, but I can't shoot a deer and turn it loose.
Dude,
now,
you can see
if you have some deer that's already, cut up and everything, I'm more than happy to take some from you now.
Fishing locals in the house.
And we got a new name, Angry Gone Fishing Buntock. Hello. I guess that right. Buck, you can see behind me, I have killed quite a few deer, but I kind of got like that. I mean, like now I watch a hunting video up until like right when they shoot it, then I just click off. I mean, I don't know. I just kind of catch. I'm kind of spoiled with catch and release. I'd hate to go to a place I'd hate to go to Donkey Land and start let's just say fish over 8 pounds. If we just kept them, I mean, that would suck. That place ain't that big, I want to come back when he's 8'3" and bust his head again.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out exactly where Donkey Land is.
John, it's a lake where?
Oh, it's a lake in Central Florida. It's between Headwaters and Kissimmee. And actually, that'll put you right on it.
Yep. And we found out it is actually part of the Three Forks
Conservation area. And that's that other place. I don't know if you remember, Buck, where we go, where all the palm trees are out in the water. When me and Lindy go up to Three Forks, we drive through all the palm trees in the boat and all that.
And you saw that creepy, bear hanging on one of the palm trees?
Yeah, the teddy bear chained up in the tree. Yes, that's Three Forks. What's up, 336? Welcome. SoFlo's got an airboat video up not too long ago from Three Forks. But Buck, I've told so many people, but this may help you in your search. The dirt road that goes to Donkey Land is actually the same dirt road that goes to Headwaters. But I have to go 2 totally different. One way I go up the middle of Florida, the other way I got to go up the coast.
Yep. They're literally what do we figure it out, John? It's they're geographically about 5.8 miles apart or something like that.
It's like 5.8 miles, and it took you almost an hour to get around.
50 minutes.
And another bit of trivia, that same dirt road. Hang on, let me get rid of that. I'm tired of looking at you talking about slapping a crackhead or getting slapped by a crackhead. The same dirt road was one of the main runways in the 80s during the cocaine cowboy days. If you'll watch movies like, what's the one with Tom Cruise, Made in America, where he's a smuggler? Familiar with that, Buck? There's a whole scene where they're telling him he's got to land at Okeechobee Airport and he refuses to. But that dirt road, I mean, that was one of the #1 runways back in the cocaine case. If you'll look up what the Okeechobee 8, if you'll Google that, it shows all these big farmers and ranchers around here that made all their money just by not being on that dirt road at that certain time.
And then, what was his name? Corbin, he's a documentary filmmaker. was it Billy Corbin?
He's smashing pumpkins, isn't he? Isn't
No,
that
Billy Corbin smashing pumpkins. Anyway, the documentary filmmaker, he did a documentary film about the Cocaine Cowboys, and that road is featured in it a bunch.
Yeah.
Right on.
And it's also, if you watch Scott Martin videos, and he makes them where he goes to his private pond, that's at Donkeyland. My truck is in one of his videos where he's at his private pond. So,
Boy, it must be nice to have money.
I'll go another one. If you watch like these pro fishermen, they all call it Jurassic Park. That's why all the pros, that's whatever. Okay. That would be the more common nickname for it is Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park Lake, yeah.
I see, I've heard of some of these pro guys going to Jurassic Park Lake. I didn't know that was the same thing.
Same thing. And a lot of these commercials you see where the bass are blowing up in the grass, big topwater blow up in a commercial, a lot of those are filmed at Donkeyland. That's what I said, me and Lindy may go out there and you see a film crew filming, that's why we see Roland and
I was going to say, all those blow-ups, they must have been following Mama around.
Oh, yeah. We've got it. It's just kind of like you and Uncle Willis or Grandpa Willis's pond, Lake Willis, whatever. We just know that lake. We can get around it pretty good. And it changes every time. It's not like you go to the same spot in the grass. When we go back tomorrow, it'll be that grass beds will move. Shit is floated. It's a whole new ball game.
Yeah, wind direction. It moves a whole mat of hydrilla this way or grass bed this way. It's always different.
But it's one of them lakes, even when it's, like I said the other day, what we caught 22, and we talked about what a crappy morning it was. I mean, you had to, and I guess we're spoiled, but when they're turned on, your bites are better. Lindy caught most of those on the bottom, and I hate bottom biting fish. I want to see some blow-ups. I want some action. But now when they get turned on, it's like throwing a pork chop in the pit bull pen. I mean, it gets
so much fun. Yeah.
So different than any bass fishing you've ever done. I mean, it's pretty crazy.
But it's constantly fishing.
Yeah.
So,
that's kind of how I feel about when the white bass are running here.
Right.
It's getting about that time to where they're going to start getting active. Man, I love going after those white bass.
Yeah.
They pull like a tractor, man.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I might be, excommunicated for saying this, but I think I have more fun catching white bass than I do largemouth just because of the fight.
Yeah,
right.
Catching's catching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I like catching the peacocks. I mean, like the peacock bass, you hook into a 1 pound, 2 pound peacock, and John and Lindy can attest to this. It's like fighting a 5, 6 pound bass.
Oh,
I mean, they're just pissed off and angry.
Catching that 5 pound peacock is like fighting a shark, and I fought the shark.
Best way to describe it, go back to our video where we took Hiram peacock fishing, and that person, he's from Virginia. When that first one grabbed, he's like, them damn things are on steroids. I mean, you could see it in his face. He was like, oh my God. I mean, it's a totally different bite.
Yeah.
Well,
Wait a minute.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, did SoFlo just crack on Doc about how would you know, Doc? Is he talking about
what, catching peacock?
I don't know, but I think he might have cracked on you there, man.
Or what, catching a 6 pound bass? I've caught 6 pound bass before. It's not
he
8.
He never caught an 8 pound bass.
I've caught plenty of peacock.
That's what made me laugh, Doc, when we were naming our PBs, and Matt from Brim Bass and Beyond wrote, Doc, how come I live in Alabama, you live in Florida, and we have the same PB? What's up, Bogley? Everybody calls him Bogley, and I want to call him Bogali. I don't know why, but I guess that'd be too, wouldn't it? Bogali.
It puts me in the mind of Bogley.
Yeah, buy one, get one.
I mean, like I told Matt, over the last, maybe like 2.5 years, I got serious about doing bass fishing again because I was saltwater fishing for years. I mean, that's all we did. And I never filmed it or anything. I never had any idea to do, a YouTube channel or strap a GoPro to myself or anything like that. But like my father-in-law and I, we were constantly, in the open fishermen, and we were, out at night doing snook fishing, and it was all about snook. saltwater, trout, and redfish. I mean, that's what we were doing for years. And then, when the pandemic came about and I got bored as hell, I obviously wasn't taking the boat out or nothing. I was like, well, I need to go fishing. So I just started bass fishing again.
Buck, you got neighbors?
Yeah, I don't know any of them.
They wonder what the hell that damn hillbilly dude's doing sitting out in his truck for 2 hours.
Well, they probably wonder a lot about what I'm doing because how can I put this delicately? I kind of stand out in this neighborhood.
Oh, you live on that side of the tracks.
Yeah, it didn't used to be that side of the tracks, but it is these days.
Oh. I picture you standing out. No rap music blaring.
No rap music. And I try to keep my yard looking nice.
Anti trying to work up some kind of wager on, but and see that's what people don't really. They're like, oh, she catches more. I lose a lot of times, and I got like 22 fish, and I lost. So I was like, oh, she beat you. Yeah, I still had 22 damn fish. Hell, Buck and James have turned it up here lately. But back when I first started following them and they were having their fish competition and they're arguing about being 2 fish ahead and 2 fish behind, I'm like, shit, Mama beat me by 12 today and I caught 28. I mean, what the hell?
We still argue about that. I mean, that's an ongoing thing. That'll never cease to happen. Me and Bubba was arguing today. I'm up like for the year 152 bass. He's caught 57.
I find that awesome that you can just like rattle off those numbers like that. Like, yeah, no, over the year I got 152.
So
like,
you both.
Well, that's why I take a picture of every fish so I can keep a tally. Plus, that also helps me when I'm editing. I can look at the pictures that I took that day and like, okay, well, I need to find 12 fish.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, makes sense. Yee's got Jack on the rocks.
Oh yeah, Al, she still beat you. I'm a better guide than a fisherman, but that's why I'm a charter guy, I guess. And that's just a joke. Lindia she has the patience. She is a hell of a fisherman. When they're not biting is when Lindia shines. When they are biting, I do pretty good and I can win some. But when they're not biting, because I get aggravated, I'm sitting down smoking, I'm bitching, if you watch our videos and it's that camera angle where I'm looking up at Lindia on the front deck, that means I'm sitting in the damn seat. I ain't even fishing, by God. I ain't biting. Watch it. I didn't say it. I said bugging.
Rattle Traps in the house. Good evening.
Rattle Trap.
Hey, Rattle Trap Curtis. Trying to keep up. They're talking about, I ain't just going to let it go. I'll look at it later and figure if I get an attitude or not. So if I'm just mad at you tomorrow, that means I finally went back and read it.
I'm mad at you tomorrow.
If tonight you're like, oh, that must not have pissed him off, it's because I ain't read it yet. I'll catch you up later. But then we are learning the Buck. Buck, I'm so glad you joined us tonight. I was worried that you wouldn't. Is this your first live?
Is it? Yeah. Is this?
Is it?
Yeah, this is the first one.
Right.
Well, we got to get James to pop up on the next one then, and we can just get the arguing back and forth between y'all two.
I mean, if we did that, you and Doc, y'all might as well just step out because it's going to be a lot of back and forth, all night. We may need we may need a referee.
A moderator.
Yeah.
You don't call me Up Church, dude. Which is funny. I did watch Up Church's last video where he went and made a video about a sexual predator working at Popeyes, and all these people got mad. All those people got mad in his comments, so he just blocked them all. I mean, that's his video today. He's bitching about why are people getting mad at me? Because I pointed out, the guy's charges are bad. Bad with children and all. And he's like, why are people getting mad at me? Because I'm saying there's a predator working at Popeyes. He said a place that has a kids menu. He said, no. So I got to give him props for that.
Wait, who's that?
Ryan Upchurch. Now his artwork,
redneck.
now his artwork that he's pumping out now is pretty lame. I'll be first one to say. I can paint that shit.
Not a fan.
Yeah. Do what?
I was gonna say I'm not a fan. I liked it better when he was just making funny videos, but now he's
Yeah.
an artist and a rapper, I guess. But
I
whatever.
have no
That's
idea
the
who you
thing,
guys
go
are
for
talking
it.
about. So
He's all up into something. I call it as I see it, SW. Let me see what you called. Oh my gosh, what kind of wisdom done rolled down on me?
now you're gonna get pissed off probably. I mean, I'm not looking back in the chat either.
He tried to call me Upchurch, which is kind of funny, but that's funny.
He's Tony Little.
Yeah, I'm Tony Little that sells gazelles. You can do it.
Did we talk about that one live where you were gonna get one of those put on the boat?
Dude, not get one. I have one. It's sitting right there in the corner. Yeah, we're gonna strap it in front of the boat.
As long as you don't have those same shorts that Tony wore.
What's that? What's that, Dallas?
As long as you don't have the same shorts.
Oh, I will, buddy. And there'll be an ugly dog lure poking out the bottom of that damn thing. Okay. I can't believe in that chat that so many people didn't know who Borat was. Even
I was shocked about that.
He even made a comment. I can't believe you know somebody named Borat that wears a onesie. And I was like, yeah, it's a green one. You know what I'm talking about, right, Buck?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Even Charlie didn't know.
Charlie don't watch a lot of TV, he said.
But did that not look like something like...
I don't think Anti knew.
Yeah.
There were a few other people that are like, Borat.
James, if it was somebody that was really, I thought, giving me some shit, yeah, I'd time him out just for that. That's Yee Yee. He's about 4 Jack Daniels in, and yeah, that's Yee Yee.
Yee.
He don't bother me one bit. Yee. I'm kind of sad that Rob hadn't handled my business yet for me. Shiner guy should have done.
Rob's got an itchy trigger finger sometimes.
Yeah, he should have done. Put a Yee in timeout.
Who do you not? Are you talking about Borat, Cousin Elvis?
No, I'm not a huge Borat. I'm not a big Borat fan, but that thing that Charlie made last night looked like something that could pop out of Borat's onesie. But yeah, man, I hate to go back to that. But if you'll go back and look at it, at the moment Charlie and Melissa realize what they're looking at, I mean, Charlie's face, he kind of looks over and goes, I should have thought that out a little more. I mean, just
Something that said he was on there. He said something about, oh, look, they noticed, but they hadn't noticed at that point.
Yeah, everybody was.
Later down, the chat, cranking.
Well, as a matter of fact, I think
noticed.
Yeah.
And I think Cousin Elvis started it when he said, Charlie, you should put that thing away. There's kids watching.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I had left the live and went to do something, and Doc sent me a text and goes, what is that on Charlie's desk? So I said, let me go look. So I went back and I took the screenshot and I was like, that? He goes, yes. So then I joined the live back to try to figure out what the heck was going on. Hey, Ashley.
Hey, good evening, Ashley.
I showed up late in that live last night, and they were talking about voting. I said, well, I'm confused. What are we voting on? So Elvis said, well, we're voting on, what do you like better, Melissa's one-eyed purple people eater or Charlie's Harry Wayne? I started looking. I was like, well, that does look like a Harry Wayne.
Well, plus I sent you a picture. It's like, what is this?
Yeah.
What the funniest though was I sent that picture to Daddy Duck. I was like, what is Charlie doing? And I think he got the text before he got the picture because he answered back so politely. I think they're doing Halloween lures tonight. Well, my next reply back was, that, my friend, is a penis. So Daddy Duck must have got the picture by then, and he went, oh, And then I wrote, well, I guess I just sent you a dick pic. And he laughed. So I joined the live back, and that's when Daddy Duck joined and said, I was eating dinner, and Smallwater sent me this picture.
Well, because I was in the middle, like, right when that happened, that my wife just got home with my oldest daughter from dance. And, like, so the kids come rushing in, she comes rushing in, and I got cell phone on one lap, I got the computer over here, and I'm like, I was actually texting John back and forth about something unrelated to the chat that was going on, and then all of a sudden I was like, what is that? You know? That's when I texted John. I was like, what is Charlie doing?
Thank you, Rattletrap. And to answer hey, dirty, baby, I got your money. Now, if anybody gets that means they know they're up to date if they get that comment.
Backlash is back.
That's kind of funny.
That's like a fishing trip with me. Well, Backlash is back.
That's like John when anytime anybody brings a bait caster out on the boat and he hears that, I love my bait caster.
I mean, I don't even look back. I'm fishing off the front and I can hear it go, and I'll just go, damn, I love my bait caster. I mean, I say that over and over. Speaking of bait casters, did anybody notice when we took SoFlo, he's got that freaking digital electric or whatever damn bait caster. When he throws it, it goes. It's got a computer chip. He said it's like a computer chip run brake system. And dude, it's like a damn Star Wars gun. It goes.
Somebody else.
DC Reel is what he called it.
There's another channel that I just discovered that One Man Op Fishing. He has one too because I hear him when he casts it. It does the same thing. That zoom.
Yeah, it's crazy. Go back and watch that video with SoFlo. I mean, the first hour or something, you know, it was like every time, you know, you look, you're like, what the hell?
What is that?
And then, you know, you go, I told him, I want to learn to throw a bait caster just so I can.
That reminded me of the old fly fishing rod reel things. You know, you push that little button and it comes back.
Yeah, the old the fly reels that would load themselves, the pressure, you go, yeah. It's pretty wild. I asked him, does it take batteries? He said, no, it alternator generator, you know, makes its own juice while turning.
Huh.
You know what I mean? Self-generating. And Buck, I guess all y'all are trying to quit smoking because I think you, Bubba, and Elvis now are hitting the bait pens.
Yeah, I started using this to get off cigarettes. Now I think I'm going to have to use cigarettes to get off of this.
I need to quit smoking. God, I do. But before I'm 60, that's my next. I said before 50, so I done moved it to 60 now.
I smoked, but I quit.
Yeah, they need to just quit, man.
Well, no, I didn't just quit. I had help.
Oh, I know, but I mean, you did it though, first try.
I did it though. Yeah.
When you say you had help, did you like do like the gum or like did you do like? Because I remember the Chantix or whatever it was.
It wasn't any of those. It was, I can't remember the name of it.
Zyban.
Zyban. You take it for a week. You set you a stop date. You find something else to do with your hands besides hold a cigarette and something else to put in your mouth.
I miss them days.
Something else to put in your mouth.
You knew you walked right into that. You walked right into that, Lindia. You knew where that was going.
Cigarette.
So I used Hershey's Tastations. And I used that to suck on. And then I just...
That was my nickname back then, by the way. Hershey Tastation.
I just, found other things to do with my hands.
The funny thing is we used to talk about it. It would take away... She didn't like the enes, like nicotine. It made caffeine. She couldn't drink her coffee. She drank Pepsi, couldn't drink anything.
It made a lot of things taste funny.
Everything
but
was an "een" on the end, you know. Anything it was.
And I would go outside to smoke. He wasn't allowed to smoke in the house.
Yeah. We used to
You know,
smoke
so-
in cars and in the house, and when your wife quit smoking, all that shit's outside.
Yes. Yeah.
That's why I live out here in the garage.
But I mean, I'm so much healthier for it. I mean, I'm older than him, and you can't tell it, can you? I mean, you might be able to, but our neighbor said, "Damn, John, what's all wrong with you?"
Oh, John got a cougar.
Yeah, I was a cougar hunter, son. What's that?
But on the good point here is, you know, he was younger than I, so, you know, I trained him to be what I wanted, you know, so it goes both ways.
Oh, I'm good. I'm cool. She had her own house, her own Harley.
Yeah,
Trying to think what I got a Z28 right after I got married. Yeah, she had her own shit.
yeah.
Make good money. Hell yeah. Bitches my age were trying to get me to pay for shit. I was like, no. But then when your nickname is Hershey Tastation, by God, you can get what you want. I only weighed 90 pounds when I met her.
Reverse that.
Yeah, Lindy weighed. Yeah, that's something I don't know if everybody knows that she weighed, even after the kids, she weighed like 99 pounds.
97 pounds.
For the whole time
Really?
we dated and married for years. She quit smoking and gained weight.
That's the only downfall.
I mean, tiny
okay.
thing.
It's okay.
Jamie's, Lindy's old t-shirts are tight on Jamie now, Doc. And you know what size Jamie is.
Mhm.
Uncle Bud, go back and look at some of our Facebook, on my personal Facebook page, not Small Water Charters, but my personal Facebook page. And you'll see us on Harleys riding
Back in the day.
back in the day.
Good evening, Lee Evans. Thank
Lee
you for your
Evans.
support.
I don't know who all was here, but hey, everybody.
Oh, yeah, Buck, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
yeah, that's right, Uncle Buck. You can't see the chat.
You can do it on your phone. I can read the chat when I'm on my phone. It just makes the picture smaller. You probably got a button there. You can bring them up.
I've tried that on mine. If I hit the chat button, it moves to I can hear y'all, but I can't see you.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty much one or the other with my phone.
Oh, okay.
And Mr. Lee Evans, that man, see, most of y'all are at work during the day. Lee Evans is one of them guys who goes live at like 8 a.m. and will be on all day.
Yeah.
Y'all probably never get to see
I'm
him
at
because
work.
y'all have jobs. Yeah. And it's funny, he likes my videos. He asked me if I knew on Eric Church. He goes, how do you use his songs without getting a copyright strike? I said, oh, I got a copyright.
Oh,
That's
I got
how you
the
use it.
strike.
Well, it's not a strike, it's a claim.
Oh, the
It's not
claim.
about the money thing, you know? It's
Yeah.
about us making, you know, videos. And
Yeah, I'd rather you watch them than me make my 7 cents or whatever
It is.
every 1,000.
He is so creative. He can just, you know, just bring anything up and create things, and he has such a wild imagination. You know?
Yes, he does.
But I'm the photographer. I'll do all the filming. I'm the one with the
She catches and films, and I just put it all together. Really, I got it pretty easy.
I'm the one with the good eye.
But that was pretty wild what you told me about the one song that you tried to put in
The
video
Eagles.
first.
Yeah, Richie Woman, the Eagles said, no, senor, which they called it just the claim. It was the same thing. But on Eagles, they just block you. They took my whole video, they blocked my whole video.
Like
They
the whole
said
video. The whole video was.
Yep.
Yeah. So I just had to go back and re-edit it and take out the Eagles, and that's when I put in that freaking I think it's Marshall Tucker. It was all
he
about
said it was
Eagles.
Marshall Tucker.
Because, you know, like most of my songs have a theme like that one, you know, it was Fly Like an Eagle. The next song was Marshall Tucker, Fly, Eagle, Fly. And then the last one was David Allen Coe, but I like the way he sings about the Eagles flew in from, that's my favorite verse, so I put him in there at the end.
Thank you, Mark J.
Yeah, I've had only one video so far that got blocked, like what you're saying. I
Yeah.
tried to, like early on in the first several of my videos, I was using like a different song for each video was a different song. You know, they're all some type of rock and roll or heavy metal.
Right.
And so I tried to use a Ronnie James Dio song, and they shut it down.
Yeah.
So I had to go back and re-edit on the spot. Since then, I've tried to use all the songs that's preloaded in my editing program because I'm thinking, well, they're preloaded. They must be okay to use, which they are, but I'm still getting copyright claims on those.
Yeah. And it's funny that Eagles, y'all seen all the songs I use. I can't believe that Eagles was the first one that they actually said no. And then some of my copyright, you wouldn't believe some of the songs. I mean, some aren't copyrighted claimed, and it'll be can't remember, one of them I did back like Swamp Music, but it was like a local band, and I did their live version of something, and it got me caught. I was like, holy shit. So now I just don't care. I mean, if you'll notice, I don't use new stuff. I figured if, I tried to put on something, So I try to pick weird off the wall songs.
Yeah, I noticed YouTube finally quit doing a copyright claim on Pantera song that I have in every single video.
Do they?
Yeah, I used to get a claim on that every time. Now I no longer get a claim on it.
Look at that. Al Outdoors got 2 claims on songs he wrote.
Now, but in your description, Uncle Buck, don't you have all the information from like Pantera? Don't you have I thought I saw it where you have the song Pantera and everything's listed out in your description, right? Or is that something that YouTube threw up there on it? Uncle Buck,
I'm not sure if you're talking to me or not, but everything just went screwy on my end.
Oh, did it? You all right? Can you hear us? Can you hear me?
No. Uncle Buck fading out.
Uncle Buck, oh no, we lost Uncle Buck.
We lost Uncle Buck. Maybe he'll try back.
Yeah.
But Doc,
I really want to know that because the way Uncle Buck was looking at me right there, it kind of looked like he's like, wait, there's Pantera information in my descriptions. Now I'm wondering if YouTube's actually putting that crap up there.
Oh, well, if you look in my videos where it has the little clicky for the song up there, YouTube did that. I didn't do that.
Oh, okay. So maybe YouTube's putting it on there. All right. There's Uncle Buck. You good?
I'm back. Everything went kaput. I don't know what happened.
Now, what I was asking you, Uncle. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I mentioned Pantera not copyrighting me no more, and then I get kicked out. So maybe they are keeping an eye on me.
No, because I was asking you, are you putting all that information about Pantera in your descriptions, or is YouTube doing that? Because if you look in that's YouTube. Okay.
Yeah. I figured, if you look during my closing scene or whatever, at the bottom it says credit domination by Pantera. I figured that's good enough. So yeah, YouTube's doing the rest.
Thanks, Lee. Appreciate it.
Good night, Lee.
You missed it, Buck, right? When you watch one of mine and it'll show the clicky at the top for the song and it's got my logo beside it. I didn't do that. That's a YouTube thing.
Cheers, Monica.
Cheers, Miss Lindia.
Cheers, Doc.
Oh, yeah. Cheers.
Cheers,
What were you
Doc.
drinking?
Yeah, I was going to get my vape pen and hold it up. Cheers, Uncle Buck. Mine's a little
What are you
different.
drinking, Uncle Buck? One of those Four Locos?
That's Boone's Farm.
Boone's Farm?
No, it's just water.
Remember those? What were those Four Locos or whatever they were called? Those malt liquor drinks. Do you ever see?
I tried
those
one.
were nasty as hell. Ugh.
It was worse than Zima. And the only reason I drank a Zima is because I was trying to talk to this chick and she offered me one. I was like, hell yeah, I love those things. It was like licking let me wash my mouth. It was like licking a battery.
Yee said cheers back to you, Lindy.
Oh, cheers, Yee. Let's see yours. I see it.
Oh, gee,
Cheers.
Yee chase a damn shot of Jack with a damn Zima.
Oh, those Zimas were.
Did you put the Jolly Rancher in?
Oh yeah, and they used to stick Jolly Ranchers in them, it's the best with the green apple, and it's just no. If you got to put something in it, it's not worth it.
Doc, did you see Anti wants to know if we're going to get to hear a Lindia joke?
Maybe I can't tell jokes. the things that I tell are either true stories or things that's happened, and they sound like jokes, but they're real.
Lydia tells jokes in the boat, and we kind of stand there and we just look at her, and I go, "Are you sure you don't mean?" And then I'll say the punchline. She go, "Yeah." I said, "Okay, that's not what you said, baby, but it's funny."
Yeah, I don't.
That, or she'll say something, and John and I will both look at each other and go like, "Damn."
Yeah, her one-liners every once in a while. It's like, holy, I mean, evil. Like,
Yeah,
she don't bring that knife out.
Yeah, they're bad. It's like John and I are like, "Damn, we thought we were bad." All right.
Like I said, she don't pull that knife out of this, pull it out much, but when she does, it's somebody gets stuck. I got some locos in one of my videos, LOL. I was drunk and ready to run a mile at the same time. Nah.
I don't know how you drink those things, Yee. Those things are just a bucket of nasty.
I actually have some brands down here. Came off my grandfather's cattle ranch.
Uh-huh.
Yee comes to Florida. We building a damn fire in the yard.
He's already got one brand. He ain't gonna brand him again.
I got one that says CB. I'm just trying to think of something cool we can say that stands for, like cool bastard or something. Something we're gonna get him with. Crazy something. I know, Al. I kind of play Russian roulette, and I wondered which one would be the first one I took down.
Hold on. What did Anti say?
If you catch the clownfish.
You need to catch a clown.
Then I'll
You talking about an actual clownfish like Nemo, or are you talking about a clown knife fish?
I like Nemo one better. That's funnier. Tried to catch it.
I haven't seen Yellowstone. Is that any good?
Coming bassin'. Ooh.
Ooh.
I've had them pee on me, but I don't believe maybe.
That'd be cumin. That's what I cook with cumin powder.
Oh yeah, he's cumin. Maybe there you go.
Cumin.
All right, Boxy.
Cumin bassin.
Good night, Boxy. Thank you for coming in.
Good night, Boxy.
Boxy keeps telling me to have a blessed night and share my passion, and everybody gets mad when I do that, but.
Uncle Buck, other than the beetle spin, what's your favorite lure to throw?
Flopper flopper.
Flopper flopper.
That's it.
Is it?
That's a deadly bait, especially over here.
Yeah. Buck ain't produced too much for me yet, but I can still give him a try.
Time's not quite right.
I'll ask if he wants to come out and play with me all the time. And he'll say, "Oh yeah, let's go play," and I'll take him out there. He don't play well with others.
Oh, you ought to hear her in the boat with Buck. She'll put him down in the rod box and have it tied on. We use rod socks, and Buck will be hooked out. Oh, it'll get tangled up. She'll be up here. Buck don't play well with others. He likes to get up here and get tangled up in all this crap.
When he gets down in the water and gets that grass all over him, Buck, get away from the grass. Leave the grass alone.
All day it's Buck.
Yeah, that's actually what my boss told me before he sent me for a random drug test. Get away from the grass.
Well, good to give you a heads up.
Right.
On that subject, Buck, think of my job career. I mowed grass with my own company for 26 years. Now I'm a fishing guide. I'm kind of like, the whitewater rafting dude, I mean, that's the only way you can get around some of them rules at work. You just make your own work.
We wanted to get a sticker.
Make your own job.
We wanted to get a sticker put on the back of his truck that said "Got Grass."
Yeah, back in the Got Milk days, my lawn mowing truck.
Right.
I wanted to have this, on the back of the tailgate painted "Got Grass," and then I thought,
probably not a good idea.
Nah. Because, that would just make somebody laugh or lead them into looking farther, and then,
get him pulled over.
Then you've caused yourself a whole nother set of problems you don't need.
He needs to be there by dinner time.
And we're going to have a conversation, me and Buck, in the boat when he comes down, because I want to hear more of the bullet holes in his damn...
in the shirt.
In the shirt we talked about.
Well, that was in my pre-vaping days. Going down the creek in that bass boat, and a strong gust of wind caught the cherry on my cigarette, so That's my bullet hole now.
Yeah.
And I got so mad when I burned that shirt, 'cause that's my favorite shirt.
Yeah, I burn all my shirts with cigarettes too, but
Yeah, they make cigarettes now that cherries don't fall out.
I wish Lauren was still in here. Lindy's sister. Now let me tell you about my wife. A story she tells about.
Wait, see if she's in here.
Well, I'm still gonna tell her if she's in here, she'll get a kick out of it.
You're gonna let her tell it.
No, I'll tell it. But they would sneak off and get cigarettes as young girls, and they'd go off and hide and smoke them. Lindy was the hussy that would hand it to her sister and then hold it tight so her sister would drag the cherry off in her fingers. You know what I'm talking about? You hand somebody a cigarette, you hold on to it. Lindy said she would do her sister over and over that way. I was like, you're just mean.
She fall for it every time.
She's like, she fell for it. She kept falling for it, so I'm going to keep doing it.
You know what I'm talking about, Doc? When you hand somebody a cigarette, they
Oh, yeah,
if you hold it, they'll drag the fire right off that thing. Yeah.
Hell, I did that to myself so many times. It was stick to my lips. And
Oh, I hate that. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, when it would stick and then you pull the thing out?
yep.
The other thing, too, is I don't throw down cigarette butts. So, like fishing all day, I knock the fire out and put them in my pockets. Oh, man, I get home sometimes if I don't check my pockets, throw them in the washer. Oh, I've had some nasty messes before.
Oh, I know. But a lot of y'all are saying, oh, I bet Lindy hates that.
I do my own laundry.
She got you trained.
And that's probably why you do your own laundry, because the first time she saw those cigarettes in that pocket and they got all over the thing, she was like, all right, we ain't doing this no more.
No,
it was before then.
Way before then. My free time is my free time. I'm not cleaning up after nobody on my time.
And no, I never played the chicken and the burning with cigarettes. And no, that's games for dudes like you that get branded with damn hot dog forks. I was the guy that sat back and said, you dudes should play chicken. That'll show you who a man is. That's me. Some people, somebody got to be an idea guy. And somebody, like I told you, Yee, when you come down here, I'm an idea man. You're an action guy.
That would stick, Cecilia. No butt cans in the boat.
No, I don't really want a butt can in the boat. I tried that. And I'll never forget to empty it and spill it. No, I just put them in my pocket.
Yeah, I don't like that smell. So it stays in his pocket.
But it's funny, I've been checked before, like from a game warden who wanted to, and I'll even say, you want to check my pockets? Yeah. They'll stick their hand in there and pull out about 15 nasty cigarette butts. They get kind of pissy, but then I'm like, and they got to say, appreciate that. And I'm like, you're welcome.
Yeah, a lot of times
right.
Wardens won't check you, but if you ask them if you want to see something, yeah, they'll say yes every time.
I told federal wildlife agents with dogs and all that shit, you won't check my pockets? He said, yeah. That was because they'd already went by the stuff they had to get by. I didn't see it, so I hurried up and got them over there in my pocket. Hey, I went through 2 of those in my younger days. Checks by federal agents with dogs, and got through that shit with like. So, not many people can. Both times I had no clue they were going to be there and about shit myself, but preparation is the key.
Cecilia said, one day you're going to burn your pants, John.
Oh, I burnt these pants more than once, Raven. When you're hot, son.
These shirts have wedding holes in them.
Oh, but she's talking about in the pockets. Oh, yeah, I have put butts in my pocket and then go back to fishing and go, oh, shit. Didn't get all the fire off that one. Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah, every now and again we'll be out on the boat and you'll see John kind of like, you're like, oh, that one wasn't out, was it?
Hardest thing is trying not to get me smoking in videos.
I know I've had to leave out fish.
Yeah. You didn't used to. Doc would come fishing with us, and every one of his videos, I'm in the background now.
Yeah.
Like, damn it, Doc, quit that.
And yeah, John was like, stop doing that. I was like, what? And to tell you the truth, I really didn't even notice. And he noticed it. I didn't, because I'm like concentrating on the fish Lindy caught or fish he caught or fish I caught. And John's like in the background and he's like, stop. He's like, God damn it. And I'm like, oh, I didn't even notice that.
if you'll watch, if you pay attention when I'm catching a fish, a lot of times when I hook it, my back's to Lindy, you'll see me put my hand in my pocket. And that's what I'm doing is I happen to have a cigarette in my mouth and I go knock the fire and put it in my pocket and catch my fish.
I don't know why, but he's always been.
Is it illegal to smoke on camera?
No.
Yeah.
That's just one of John's pet peeves.
I'm gonna go back. I guess you can smoke dope on camera. I've seen a lot of YouTube channels do just smoking dope. So
Good night,
True.
Al.
yes, so Flo. Remember I commented that that's pretty cool to see airboats and that helicopter out there in that swamp. They're all prop vehicles. Just some got it behind them, some got it on top of them. I agree, James. It may be illegal one day. That's a funny story. That's how me and Elvis cranking and yanking kind of got started talking. I watched his first video and he's smoking a cigarette and he goes, flipped it right off the boat out in the water. I said, oh, Florida FWC would damn rape you right there.
Yeah, they don't like that.
Nah. And then I think the next video he made a comment to me about, I won't do that again, and I've never seen him do it again. And I wasn't getting on him. I was just making the comment about FWC would bust your ass on that.
Over here, a lot of times a cigarette butt is the cleanest thing in the water.
Yeah. You ain't lying here, Dan. Unless
That
it's
makes
Marlboro's
sense.
your
That makes sense,
advertising facility.
That does make sense. I mean, you know, if you're a monetized channel and you are doing that, yeah, I guess, you know, that makes sense.
I'm old school. I remember the Winston Cup and the damn.
Yeah.
The town real close to where we lived was Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Yeah, Winston and Salem's. I mean, come on now. That's back when we could buy cigarettes cheap, move to Florida, and they're outrageous.
Well, I remember going to the NASCAR races when it was, you know, Winston Cup, and you could go to, like, Winston had a tent always set up in the infield.
Yeah.
That's where we watched the races from, was the infield. And if you had any other pack of cigarettes other than Winston, you could go in there. Literally, that pack of cigarettes could be like have one cigarette left in it. And if you gave them that pack of cigarettes and signed their little thing to be on their mailing list so where they could mail you stuff, they would give you 3 packs of Winstons at every race. I had buddies that did it all the time.
I used to give out Camels trick-or-treating.
That's true, Cousin Elvis.
See, I agree.
What, did you used to give out Camels?
Dude, I believe in, a lot of that because my dad smoked and I used to play with every candy cigarette, gum cigarette.
I did too, yeah. My dad smoked. I used to do the candy cigarettes and the gum ones. We used to take those things. I'll never forget when those things came out that you could, like, that would blow up the cigarette.
Yeah, like little dust would go out the end of it, yeah.
Well, we used to mess with my dad and put those in his cigarettes when my brother and I were little. And, like, we put them in the very front. And we only got him one time when they were in the very front. It blew up in his face, right? Yeah. And so he started checking his cigarettes, and like we would just kind of push it right in the top. So my dad got wise to it, and he's like, "Goddamn boys!" So I got smart, and I told my brother, I said, "Go get me a toothpick." So we got one of those things, and I shoved that thing all the way down, almost to the damn filter with a toothpick. My dad's sitting there, and my brother would sit there and goes, "When's it gonna happen? When's it going to happen?" And I'm like, just wait. My dad would get down to about almost the end, and that sucker would blow up. Oh, he'd jump up and curse us.
Oh, I bet. Those loads.
Yeah, the loads. They were like little white. They were they all looked like pieces of rice.
Oh, yeah. Are you going to tell what you did to me?
Put a load to her cigarette, dude, by half. I think it was actually 2 of them down in there. She's in there, just damn dude got a cigarette hanging out. Like I said, 90 pounds, some little slinky outfit on, strutting around doing something. That some bitch went, bam, knocked out a fire down her cleavage and stuff. She started screaming. Oh, it was hilarious, man. She got so mad. I laughed so hard.
Those biker boots and those Daisy Dukes made him come running.
Yeah, she went back before Daisy Duke. Those were Lindy Dukes.
Lindy Dukes.
Is that on? Hold on, I'm looking at Cousin Elvis's "America: The Story of Us." Is that on Netflix or is that? Wasn't there one on like FX, like the decade that made us or something like that?
I'm kind of lost. I'm kind of confused with antis. Did you ever see 4x4 Marlboro trucks around in 4s or 2s or more?
I'm confused by that too.
You know, the Marlboro Man didn't even smoke, did he? That's what I always heard is the Marlboro Man didn't even smoke.
No, I don't think he did. Netflix is where you saw it, Cousin Elvis?
See, that's what's wrong with our generation. Me and Doc played with cigarette loads, little bitty popping things. Now you're seeing the guys putting fireworks and cigarettes.
It's the same generation that's shoving Tide Pods in their mouth because they think it's candy.
That's when they were little. Yeah, they ate Tide Pods.
And
I only did that once.
Oh, Buck, you in the...
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, oh, you know, you got snorted up some bath salt and tried to eat Bubba's nose off or some crazy shit.
No, I did that sober.
Oh, okay.
My dad always tells a story about when I was a toddler. You know, I was still wearing diapers and everything. And back in those days, he chewed Levi Garrett tobacco.
Yeah.
He was outside splitting firewood, and he noticed that it was real quiet all of a sudden. So he poked his head back in the door, and he found me with a mouthful of his chewing tobacco. I had juice all down my chin and everything. I guess I thought it was candy. I don't know. He said after that, I went through about 3 packs of diapers in 4 days.
My pops always told the story. You remember the old souvenir cigars you could get? They were like 2 feet long, big giant ones. Somebody had give him one. He said it laid on the dash of his truck for years, just laying up there. Said he was outside doing something in the yard, and he noticed he flipped a cigarette back and said he thought he saw my brother come running around the corner, little kid, come running around, and then he went back. And said, what the fuck was that? He kept on working. He said he got another cigarette. When he flipped it, when he was done, he watched. And my brother come running around the corner and grabbed it and run back around the house. Said, old man said he walked around there and looked. Said my brother was back there. He said, 3-4-year-olds are trying to smoke it. Said old man thought he was going to be, you know, being a smart dad. He goes, so you want to smoke, do you? And said my brother, like, yeah, I got something for you. Said he went to the truck and got that like 3-year-old big old cigar. Handed it to my brother, and he said my brother was cheesing, you know, like big man. Said they unwrapped it, and he was grinning. Said my daddy said he got the lighter. Puff, boy, puff. Said he got him working that thing, and said he turned every shade of green, started puking. But my brother ended up being a smoker, so it didn't break him like Pop thought it would.
It didn't work. What did Anti clarified, he said that was our program. The trucks drove around to all kinds of events in the country giving away Marlboro gear. Oh, okay.
I have Marlboro gear. Actually, I think I have the black denim jacket that has the white Marlboro Man. Remember the silhouette of the Marlboro Man?
Yeah.
That covers the whole back of the coat. I think I still have that.
His mama worked for a convenience store for, what, 20 years?
We got all that free stuff.
We got all kinds of stuff for different beer companies and cigarette companies.
And I smoked Camel Lights during the Joe Camel days, so we have all this Joe Camel stuff still in the boxes.
Really?
Yeah.
Like the 6-pack coolers that are like a tube, and you would slide 6
I
beers.
remember those, yeah.
Dude, we got boxes. I mean, still in the box. You'd get like 3 packs of cigarettes, it would come free. You know, I got all that
The
shit.
camel hug,
The rubber huggers that look like Joe Camel's head.
the tins with the matches in them.
Bye, Monica.
Good night, Monica.
And is Yee saying he smokes vagina slimes?
Sounds about right.
I like the way you said that.
That's what he wrote. He wrote Virginia Slims, but we always called them vagina slimes. I mean, that's what they've always been called. Yeah, my hump fell down around my waist there, Elvis. It's hanging in front. That's my Camel hump. Oh, I had to quit smoking Camels when we moved to Florida. They're like $8 a pack. I smoke them cheapy $3 ones now, which are probably dollar cigarettes somewhere else. And they were nasty about the first 2-3 months. Now, hell, I'm used to it.
Yeah, try going to New York.
It's scary. And
like in New York, this was a couple years back. Well, actually, now it's many years back. We used to take our students to New York and had to confiscate a pack of cigarettes from a kid. You know, he tried to sneak out of the hotel and go get some, and I watched him go. He didn't know I was watching him because I figured he was going to buy cigarettes. So I was like, all right, I'm going to get his little butt for sneaking out, and I'm going to get him for buying cigarettes. So he goes out, sure enough, he did. He went and bought cigarettes. This was back, I want to say, 6 years ago? That pack of cigarettes was $11.97.
Damn.
The receipt the kid had it $11.97.
Up north?
In New York. This was in the city. It was in Manhattan. $11.97.
See, Mark, yeah, it's a lot cheaper to smoke weed in Florida than it is cigarettes.
Good night, Mark. Thank you for all your help tonight, posting all these channels.
Thank you, Mark. Good night.
Yes, thank you, Mark.
Wow, John, we've gone to 10:10.
Yeah, but talking about the pictures from the smoker's lungs. My dad had a friend in the Navy who was somewhere in the surgery part, somewhere doctor dude. But one of their buddies had died, and he went in to help with the autopsy. Said they cut the old guy's lungs open, and said that guy walked out of that room, threw his cigarettes in a trash can, and never picked up another pack.
Wow.
That's how my grandpa on my dad's side quit. Was just driving one day and said, I'm about tired of these. Now, he told the story all the time and just threw the pack out the window and just never smoked another cigarette. He was the man, I never saw him wear anything but bib overalls his whole life. That's what we buried the old guy in, was bib overalls.
My dad struggled to quit smoking up until the day he passed. You know, he tried that Chantix pill that gave him nightmares and just screwed with his head. He got off that. He tried the hypnosis and all that stuff and just never, when he got real sick there near the end, that was about the only time he wasn't, smoking cigarettes. And, when he got diagnosed with cancer, you'd have thought, if they would have said lung cancer, it would have been yep. But no, it was renal cancer. It was kidney, Yeah,
my old man had lung cancer, which I think, you see all these commercials about cancer and being in the Navy. The old man was aviation storekeeper in aircraft carriers. He stayed in the belly, in the parts section for 20 freaking years, so.
Where they say that a lot of that.
Yeah, but he smoked his whole life too. But hell, when we finally found out he was an old hard ass, we didn't know he had cancer until he had cancer, beyond control. And all these doctors you ought to make you quit smoking. I thought,
at this point,
what? You give him 6 months. The man's been smoking for 50 years, and you want me to make him quit? Nah. Which I cut him back, but hell, I wasn't gonna make the old dude quit. Good God.
Till he got to where he wasn't conscious, enough to be careful.
Wow, James, that's willpower. I don't know. I want to quit smoking, but God damn, you walk a mile in my shoes. I don't know how I don't smoke more cigarettes. Good God. Dude, my mama, I can go down there and deal with her. And if anybody don't know, we take care of my mom, has dementia and senility. And it's just to the point where she can't remember. I mean, you can feed her lunch and she can go back to her little apartment and come back in 5 minutes mad because we ain't fed her in 2 days. That kind of deal.
Dementia's bad enough by itself, but you add senility to it.
Yeah.
But every day is a damage. It's over and over. Every day's Groundhog Day around here.
Yeah. She's we have to be real careful with what we give her. She's not allowed to have anything that could be toxic to her dog because everything we give her, she gives her dog.
I had to take and then we're going to get off of mama. Remember the old Nair hair remover women used to have?
Yeah.
Somehow, when we moved to Florida, my mama brought some in. I don't know how it got here, but she thought she had zits. She thinks she's a teenager. She makes places on her face trying to pop zits. You ought to walk in on an 80-year-old woman trying to pop a zit. You're like, what are you doing?
She don't have
She ain't got zits. I mean, but anyway, she scrubbed her face with a washcloth and Nair hair remover.
Ooh.
Dude, I went down there and the whole side of her face is just blistered. And I walked in, I'm like, what the hell? And you know, she's like, what? I didn't do nothing. I woke up like it. My pillow must have done it. And you're like, yeah. Well, we need to get you a damn new pillow, mama.
You have to go through everything in their house and take away just about everything. She still has her freedom. She has her refrigerator, you know.
There ain't nothing in it.
Yeah, but you know, she has water. You think she has things in it, you know, but
Well, dude, real quick, like I said, I was gonna quit, but I can take her a pack of cookies. She'll eat 3. Well, in 2 minutes, she forgot she had cookies. And I never knew that your memory has a lot to do with your appetite. If you truly don't think you just ate a big ass meal, you're hungry. I mean, your body, I don't think knows it.
Huh.
I mean, I've seen her eat a whole pack of cookies in a row and she'll swear she only had 2. Because she'll eat 2 and then forget and have 2 more and forget and have 2 more. And I mean, get mad. I only ate 2 of those cookies.
oh, very
Yeah, Mom, but you had them 12 times. You know?
she's very monitored.
Yeah.
John has his hands full. Any of y'all that think John's a bad person or not good,
I am a bad person.
anything, the way he takes care of his mother, like he took care of his father till his dying day, he's doing the same thing for his mother. I do the doctor visits. I do all the bath things and all that,
Yeah.
you know, yucky stuff. But he takes care of his mother. He feeds her 3 times a day. He gives her meals, snacks. He makes sure she has everything that she needs.
And she don't remember none of it and swears the whole time, every minute, I'm the devil.
Yeah, she thinks.
I mean, I'm doing this to a woman that just hates me.
Yeah.
Hates me. Because I catch her.
It's so sad and crazy how they just, you know, when they get to that point, they kind of pick that one person and they take their ire out on that one person.
Yeah,
You know?
she does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because she thinks it's his.
I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. Yeah.
You know, my son should not tell me what to do. That's
What's-
what she thinks.
What'd
you
she
know?
say today? I know she's basically,
Yeah,
you're my son. And every time she says that, she holds my head height about waist high.
Yeah.
And, you know, every time, like, you're my son. I'm like, Mama, I'm 56 years old, dear. You
She
know,
still thinks he's a little boy. And,
Yeah.
You know, a little boy's not going to tell me what to do.
Yeah, she gets
so
mad.
angry at me.
she's giving her dog Kool-Aid now, man. The dog
Like
is so fat, it's
Liquid
going
Kool-Aid
to
or Kool-Aid in the packet?
We make her.
I have to make her Kool-Aid and take her a drink.
We
Oh,
were
okay.
feeding her sodas. She was feeding the sodas to the dog.
Dude, went
The
down there,
dog
she
was
gives her
having
dog black
seizures.
coffee. And the dog is smarter than her and won't drink that shit. But she'll pour bowls of black coffee and Diet Pepsi and Kool-Aid. And
We'll give her Dutch, the sodas, and the dog was having seizures.
And this freaking Cocker Spaniel looks like, you saw it, Doc, didn't you? A fur
Yeah.
balloon. That damn thing is, the vet's like, it's going to have a heart attack.
So we have to monitor.
I got to take her everything.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah, man, like I said, I've learned from experience, I think you truly have to not think you've ate and you're hungry. We've sat at dinner, and I'll be honest, some of my jokes, it makes myself laugh. Hand Mama 2 cookies. She'll eat them. Mama, you want some cookies for dessert? Yeah. Give her 2 more. Mama, would you like some cookies for dessert? Yeah. And finally I got to quit. You know, I've just sat there and give her like 10. But I could have sat through the whole, I mean, dude, you could have just never ending. You can do it with like meat and feed her dinner. You want some more? Yeah. You can do that over and over and over and over. But we're going to end on that note.
Yeah.
Mama's
Yeah,
wacky.
I want to answer Cousin Elvis. I will check it out, Cousin Elvis. I think I might have seen some of that on the History Channel when it first aired, but I'm going to go check out that series. But Uncle Buck, thank you for coming in, man.
Thank
and hanging
you,
out.
Buck.
It was cool
We
finding out a
appreciate
little
it.
bit more about you.
Appreciate you having me.
And
I
I'm so
enjoyed it.
ready for you to come visit and stay a couple of days maybe with us.
Yeah, that
We
should
got-
happen like soon.
We got
Yeah.
2
Yeah.
guests. We got 2 guest rooms. They've each got a bathroom. I mean, I'll set you right up, Buck.
Yeah, well, I'd love to have you come stay with us. Go fishing
Yeah.
with us. We do some
Yeah.
coastal fishing and some bass fishing. Pow.
That'll work.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey,
Peacock.
while I'm there, I need Doc to put me on some peacocks. That's one of my bucket
Oh,
lists.
Yeah.
We got the boat, Buck, so we'll have to have Doc go with us to get the peacock.
I got the boat
He's
too.
got a boat too.
Oh, Doc just got him a new little boat.
Yeah. Well, he's got 2 boats.
Oh,
Yeah.
and we got and the other one's good to go now too. So
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, he's got 2 boats.
well, it will be after this weekend.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, get you some time off work, Buck. Hell, you're single. Come down here and hang out a bit. We don't do holidays, so when you're off for Christmas, or you don't have to worry. The holidays mean nothing.
Yeah, they were all stolen from us.
Yeah, our oldest daughter stole every one of them away from
She
us.
broke our hearts and took everything away from us. But
So,
we're not going to talk about
That's a different subject. Why we don't celebrate holidays?
Yeah.
But anytime, man, you welcome. Come on down, Buck. Hang out. We'll get into something.
Sounds good. I appreciate that.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, we want to thank everybody for coming in.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
everybody. Yes,
Everybody.
absolutely.
Yep. Doc, take care.
Watch
All right,
for
guys,
Doc.
good night. I'll give you a
Watch for
shout
Doc's
tomorrow.
video.
Uncle Buck, take care.
Yep.
Watch for Doc's video with the Creek Challenge coming.
Hope
Creek
you
Pack
have fun
Challenge
with-
coming out on Monday.
Hope you have fun with SoFlo in the morning.
Yeah,
I'm
Doc,
looking
keep me
forward to that.
posted.
Billy, I'll see you in the morning, man. I think you're still in here. I just saw Have a Good One, guys, by Billy.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Billy, I'll see you 8 a.m., man.
Keep us posted.
All right,
Yeah, I
Buck.
will. Hopefully, we'll send you guys some pictures of some snakeheads and some peacocks.
Family.
All right, great live, Buck. You did great on your first one.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
You ready now? It's wide open. We just opened a new door to you. All right, y'all. Later.
All right, guys. Good night.